Is this thing on? Hello? Alright, so I'm just gonna do a quick... Well, we'll see how quick it is. Gonna do the marketplace stuff today because I missed it on Thursday. Because I went to the hospital for the night because my abdomen was crazy. Everything's cool though. So I'm gonna do this today, and then I think tomorrow we'll do the group flight. I will figure that out tonight and tomorrow morning. But I got the Phenom. This is the real Phenom, I guess. The Cockspur Phenom 100 instead of the horrible Phenom experience from last week. What's up, Seth? Hey, Mike. Yeah, my stomach, like my whole abdomen's like a little like kind of tight, probably from all the doctors like punching it. They basically put their fist all over my abdomen and like pushed in, like it's crazy. It's yeah, fun stuff. I like when medicine is like the same as like trying to make electronics work. You just like hit the thing a bunch and see what happens, kind of thing. But yeah, everything is good right now. Hopefully it stays that way, and hopefully yeah, hopefully I don't have like a random appendix issue and have to go in again. But it was just like they don't even know what happened. It's just something. There was no sign of actual infection, even though my whole abdomen was sore. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Medicine is violence. Yeah, seems to be the case. All right, so first off, let's take a look around. I got the INIBUILDS Palm Springs Airport. This came out on Thursday as well. I got Say Intentions on in the background for a little color. And yeah, so this is... I've flown out of Palm Springs a bunch of times. I'm not super familiar with the airport. But this is by INIBUILDS, so... This is potentially really nice. Oh, cool. I guess there's a World War II air museum over here. I'm not very familiar with the Palm Springs Airport. I've flown out of it a few times here and there, but yeah, I didn't have any custom scenery for it. I didn't realize there was an air museum at Palm Springs Airport. I've driven here once in real life. I picked up some family here one time. I did like a birthday celebration down in Palm Springs, which is a common thing in California. Go rent an Airbnb, go to Palm Springs, rent a mansion with a bunch of friends, and, you know, chill out for a few days. But I don't think I realized this was here. I don't think we saw this when I drove to the airport to pick up family. Great museum. Oh, you still live there. And Chris's uncle lived here too. He actually lived at the airport. Yeah, this is super detailed. So I thought I'd pick this up before we take off. Try to see how the Phenom goes. Hopefully better than the last Phenom experience. And I'm not sure if this is part of it or not. Probably not. No, this is just part of the city. The surrounding buildings. Alright, we got 2 runways here. 1-3 left and right. And I guess it's probably 2-5 left and right over here. Or 3-1, sorry, what am I doing? 2-5. 3-1, 1-3. That's one of the easiest ones to remember, actually. That terminal is still loading in. Oh, we got some... I don't know how much of the interior is... Oh, wow, there's actually people. What the heck? Okay. Alright, this is super detailed. What?
Skyhawk 47 Juliet, contact Fort Worth Center on 133.1.
They even have the signage done. This is cool. INIBUILDS, man. So let me hide this the Volanta stuff for now. Man, this is really nice. Dude, they have all the little signs here.
133.1.
My like texture detail is like default. It's like 100, so I don't know if any of this stuff would look better if you have the textures higher or not. Mine are just at a default setting. Hey Hockey, what's up? Man, this is pretty insane how many people they added in here too. Is the restroom open? Okay, no interior, at least of that section. Maybe the main terminal is done over here. Doing pretty good. Besides the 24-hour hospital stay, everything is fine. Luckily, it's kind of a false alarm. We don't know exactly what happened down in my abdomen. Maybe it was like food poisoning or something. Like it was weird. It's weird because I didn't have any symptoms other than it hurts. So it was strange. Okay, the whole main terminal is all modeled. Yeah, everything is fine for now. We'll see. Basically, they said, you know, we don't need to do surgery or anything. Don't need to take your appendix out. We'll see how things go. Come back if it hurts. Like, all right. Glad to still have my appendix, I think. Speaking of digestion. That's a Dr. Pepper right there in the middle, isn't it? Or a Cherry Coke. Cherry Coke, very underrated, I think. Oh, do they have the whole baggage claim too? Man, this is... I haven't really looked at the interior a lot of these when they do the inside in the inner terminal stuff, but this is like leading into the terminal from outside. No running down the halls. Hey, Mighty. Airport. This is INIBUILDS. Palm Springs. It's pretty expensive though. It's $14.99 US dollars. All right, let's go check out the tower. All right, they have this whole outdoor area here too. Looks like there should be like a putt-putt course here or something. Yeah, the main terminal is done. Here's like the parking lot with the, I guess this is probably ride share. Okay, it's Hertz. That's cool. Car rentals. Alamo and Thrifty, they got all the logos here. These are some permanently, I think these are permanently installed ground vehicles or ground traffic here. These jets and stuff, because I have ground traffic turned off. Okay, no modeling inside the tower, but yeah, I guess the main part is just the main terminal here. This section all in here is very, very detailed. And then we got the museum on the other side we saw briefly. Over here, World War II Museum. Actually, I didn't check the inside. Whoops. I think you can just go underground. I don't think this is modeled on the inside. No. Okay, but they got the planes on the outside here near the road that passes by the airport. Maybe I did... Now I'm starting to think maybe I did see one of these planes when we were driving out of the airport. One of these planes parked here. I wish this area, like around the road and stuff, was cleaned up a bit, but I mean... It's because the photogrammetry here is kind of crappy. Or the satellite imagery. Alright, another parking lot and a hangar there. And I did see, I think over here... Actually, was it that hangar? Some of these hangars had some... Oh yeah, it was this one. Yeah, this one actually has planes in the hangar here too. Looks like we have a couple, like, citations. And I don't know, maybe a King Air? The road is crappy, yeah. Recommend a plane to buy. It just matters what kind of planes you like flying, Hockey. If you tell us what kind of planes you like, do you like airliners, jets, turboprops, small pistons, helicopters? Sure somebody will have a suggestion. Like if you like turboprops, I think your choices are the M500, the Vision Jet maybe, because it's turboprop-ish, very small, or like the TBM 850. Those are all amazing choices. If you want a piston, get the Comanche. All right, here's Atlantic. No modeling on the inside, but that's one of the FBOs. And we got some more hangars down here. More parking spots. Oh, they got like a big taxi sign here. That's funny. I mean, that makes sense. So when you're coming in for a landing, like this could be very confusing. Like you have this runway, a parallel runway, but this taxiway is like, it looks wider than the parallel runway, this shorter runway, 31 right. So they have taxi written here on the ground, which makes sense. Like you could totally mistake this for the parallel runway, but this is the parallel runway here. Hey, Ueri. Looking for a good private jet. I mean, it matters how small you want it to be. The Vision Jet is really cool by, is it Flight Effects? They make the Vision Jet. Vision Jet is kind of a glorified turboprop. It's pretty slow, but it's very like high quality feeling. The Honda Jet is also made by Flight Effects, and it's also very good. It goes a lot higher and a lot faster than the Vision Jet, though. The Vision Jet is pretty slow. Those are probably the smallest jets you can get. And then, yeah, the Longitude, if you have the Premium Deluxe Edition of Microsoft Flight Simulator, then the Longitude is really good. That got a workover by the Working Title team. Working Title also did the CJ4. They redid a lot of that plane, which I think the CJ4 is in all editions of Microsoft Flight Sim. That's a really good one. Those are bigger, like business jets though, rather than like a private personal jet. Like a Longitude is pretty big compared to those. Yeah, Harrison Ford approved, yep. But yeah, yeah, the two Cessna Longitudes, or the two Cessna Citations are really good. And they're just part of Microsoft Flight Sim stock or the Premium Deluxe Edition. And then I'm trying out the Phenom today. This one just came out in the marketplace on Thursday. This is also another smaller jet, kind of like the Honda Jet. Yeah, this one only has 4 seats. 4 passenger seats. Maybe they're different configurations. But yeah, this is pretty much around the size of the Honda Jet. And it does have a working bathroom. Or it's got a bathroom that has some privacy, unlike some of the other ones. This is actually one of the presets for the... Instead of instrument presets, they have presets for the door. So this is, if I hit down on my hat, we go straight to the door. Where's the click spot here? It's around here somewhere. Maybe there's a button or something. Hello? Click spot? Oh, there we go, the red one. Okay, there we go. Nice, we even got sounds for that one. And then this is the next instrument camera preset. They don't really have instrument camera presets in this, it looks like. So all I have is here, hat up gives me a takeoff or like a landing camera. Just moves us up in the seat. And I have glance left and glance right. And then if I hit down though, it goes straight to the door. And then from the door, it looks like if I cycle through camera presets, it's giving me more interior seat presets. So we got one over the left wing. We got one literally sitting on the toilet. Love it. Gotta have the toilet preset. And then, okay, now it takes us back to the center. It takes us to autopilot. And that's pretty much it. Those are all the quote-unquote instrument camera presets. So if I hit Control 1, this is Control 1. So I actually dislike this. Like, I really like the instrument camera presets. I want Control 1 to take me to, like, here or something. This kind of camera view. So I have autopilot, PFD, MFD. or at least zoom into like just the PFD. Something like this. Like that's what the instrument camera presets are for. So even though it's nice to have these, like go back to the door, you only use this once or twice through the whole flight. Like this should be preset 9, 8, 7, something like that. The first like 5, 6 presets at the least should be the avionics. It should take us down to things we actually have to hit, like our fuel buttons, ice protection, engine starting controls, like look down at, you know, the throttle, stuff like that. So, and even up here, like lights. So that's kind of a bummer. I wish they had like a bunch of cameras. So if this is control 2, control 3. So control 4 is the only one that's kind of an instrument camera preset. But I can already see the whole autopilot panel here with my default view. So it's not really necessary. So I wish they would improve that already, because I don't want to have to do this every single time I'm going to start things up. Anyway, we'll see what it feels like once we do the checklist. All right, I'm gonna go over to On Air Company and find a route. I already did a search. I'm just doing the freelance thing where you can just find a quick route based on what you're flying, where you're flying from. So let's fly. No, not too far. 300-ish miles sounds good. Not actually sure how fast this plane goes yet either, so I don't know if this is more Honda Jet style, or it's probably more Honda Jet style since it's twin. The Vision Jet only has 1 engine. The Honda Jet has 2, so it's significantly faster. So I'm guessing this is going to be more like the Honda Jet speed, but I don't have any of the stats. I don't know the ceiling or anything. I literally just grabbed it, so I am very uninformed about how high this flies or how fast it flies or any of that. And then down here we have a single sheet you can just pull out for your checklist. There doesn't seem to be any EFB or anything like that, so we'll see what kind of features we get in the avionics when we turn them on. It's supposed to be using the G1000, so we should get at least like SimBrief and Navigraph, because I have those plugins installed. Oh, Josh says it's faster than the Honda Jet. Nice. Okay. Okay, so I probably want to take something a little longer. A little more distance, maybe like 300-ish miles. I guess we could go to Phoenix. That's kind of boring, isn't it? Phoenix. This is 300 miles. Yeah, let's do Phoenix. Phoenix is 226. All right, so Palm Springs to Phoenix. And what is the Phenom? Does it start with an E? Yeah, E50P, Phenom 100. All right, so I'm going to put in E50P, E50 Papa for the designator code, and then hit dispatch, and then it'll fill all this in for us. All right, Palm Springs to Phoenix, that's right. Phenom 100. 3 passengers, and it's just taking us to BLH. So we got a VOR, and then we have an arrival procedure, the Hider 1. Hitter or Hider? All right, we'll generate that, bring it into On Air Company, and then see how it imports into the plane itself. All right, 37,000 feet. I think I might just use say intentions just for fun. Even though we're flying IFR. Wonder how it'll perform on Xbox. Oh, the black screens. Yeah, it's weird. That bug with the black screen seems like it's been around forever. Alright, so here's the route. Put this in the chat if you guys want to fly along. Alright, 1400 on the block fuel. So I'm going to set... There's no EFB, so I'm going to set this up here. Actually, we'll just make sure that On Air Company sets it. So we'll import the data. Okay, and it's putting us at 210 gallons, so about 1,400 pounds of fuel. And I'm just going to offset the time by a couple hours. All right, let's see if On Air Company starts the tracking. See if it updates our fuel here. Okay, we can auto set the payload and the fuel. Nice, yep, it just updated it here. Updated our payload with all the passenger spots and everything, baggage. Looks like there's no pilot or co-pilot today, so we'll be just fine. Okay, On Air Company is tracking, and we got it in Volanta, just going to Phoenix. All right, let's start this thing up. Let's try the checklist, see what we got. I did look at the flaps based on what happened last week with the Phenom 300. That was one of the worst planes I've ever flown. That thing is being destroyed in the marketplace. It's got like 1.2 stars or something. It's very, very bad. I checked the flaps right away. I was like, oh, hey, look, there's 4 notches or 5 total settings for the flaps. And I went through them and look, it's stopping at this setting. So we're off to a good start with this plane. And then on the throttle, we have, it works fine with just a normal throttle setup, 0 to 100%. So you have idle to cruise is all very smooth. There's only really one detent. Once you get here, I assume we'll see something on the EIS that says we're in cruise or climb as we're moving it, but we'll see how that works. So these are not detents here. But once we get up to Toga, once I get here, I'm at about 95% on my throttle lever, and it's just kind of not moving as I wiggle it. So this is kind of a little bit of a detent here. At least it's preventing us from going to max until we put it in like 100%. Then it shifts up to max power. So I'll just need to know to bring it up. And we'll see on the EIS and stuff if the G1000 shows us which detent we're in, where we have our throttle shown, usually over here. And I also noticed these are like the larger G1000 screens. I think typically I use the smaller size ones in most planes. These are like larger ones that I haven't really used. So you can just see the distance between the knobs here. It's just gigantic. So it looks like we have 3 of those. We have soft keys on the bottoms of each of the screens. And then over here on the left, we have the audio panel, as opposed to it being in between the screens, like in a 172 or something like that. And then the keyboard down here seems to be functional as well. So we have an FMS knob. I like that the screens have the FMS knob on the screens as well. Because I, like with the G3000, if we were using that, I hate hunting around somewhere away from the screen. So looks like these might be pretty nice to use. And then this keyboard looks to be functional down here too. Numbers, letters, clear, enter. We got our gear selector here. And then autopilot up here. We have a dedicated speed knob in this. So usually when we use something like FLC, we're using a nose up down, like our vertical speed dial here. But in this one, we have a dedicated speed knob like we would in an airliner or something. So I'll have to remember to use that to set flight level change. And then everything else is pretty normal. Yaw damper and autopilot. We have a half bank button and VNav. What is this? Is this our baro button? There is a baro here. No, there's baro here. I'm not sure what this is right here. Actually, let's find out what this is real quick. Go to accessibility and turn tooltips on. Glare shield light. Oh, okay. Just what John says. Yep, light. All right. All right, tooltips back off. I'll like this one. I hope so. I mean, it's got a G1000. I like all planes with G1000s, right? All right. You cannot move the checklist, unfortunately. So I have to like... This, I think, is probably going to be kind of annoying if you use this checklist. You have to... Because there are no instrument presets besides this single one that like goes up here, all the rest of them are these camera views back here. Oh, hey, we have visible passengers. Oh, nice. Hey, these passengers look pretty good compared to some other ones. Yeah, these are pretty good quality. This guy's pretty dapper. He just needs a cigarette or a pipe in his mouth. These are pretty high quality passengers, I feel like. They look pretty, none of them look like... Okay, she looks a little too happy. And then I guess I didn't really look around the outside of the plane. I think people like that stuff. I can go look at the exterior really quickly. I'm on USA West now because I'll be using Say Intentions for the foreseeable future. So we moved to West because with Say Intentions, they're trying to get people to rally on USA West, so you can see each other if you have multiple people flying. Oh my god! Oh god! She's very not excited. She's a little too excited. It's actually not the tail number. Oh, is that? I wonder if on-air company set that tail number actually. Maybe it did. And this plane came with like, I feel like it was like 12 different liveries or something like that. That was kind of a big warning, a big red flag when I downloaded the Phenom 300E or E300, whatever it was just, it had one livery. I was like, it seems kind of weird to just have one livery. Yeah, and this thing seems much more detailed. You know, the model in the 300E was not bad. It's just functionally it was really bad. The model itself looked okay to me. I mean, I'm no expert in reviewing the actual models of the planes, but it seemed like decent quality to me. All right, let's finally get this thing going. Blink once if you're okay. That's the she knows that there's a in-flight cocktail service. She's very excited about it. All right, courtesy light check, emergency door locking pin, secured and locked. Well, we definitely close that. I don't think you can do anything with a pin or anything. There's just this one button to unlock it. Yeah, I don't see anything else that we can interact with. So I think we'll just assume that that's good. Water barrier. Is this the water barrier? There we go. Water barrier closed. I don't know what the water barrier is. Documents, manuals, and charts. Okay, this is all just safety inspection stuff. So flaps are at 0. Start and stop knobs at stop. They're right here. So we have stop, run, and start. And then we have auto and on and off for ignition. These are our trims, yaw and roll, and our elevator trim. And then I don't know what this mode is. BKR? It's like when you switch it, it's like a temporary switch. Or BKP maybe? Alright, before start, check within limits. Winds. Yes, we're within limits. Gear pin, steering link, maintenance status, all this stuff. We can't really check any. I don't think this has any kind of like wear and tear or anything like that. All right, battery on and GPU as required. So I believe the battery stuff is behind here. Okay, that's fuel. Where's electric? Oh, down here. Okay. All right, so battery on. I don't know if we do 1 or 2 on. Let's just hit GPU. Nice. Okay, available in use. And then the generators auto or off. Okay. Ooh, nice. Custom loading screen here. Safe taxi, obstacle navigation. It's got all the different breakdowns of our data. Cool, and a custom EIS here, it looks like. Flaps, gear, all of our trims down here. The roll trim looks slightly to the left. I was playing with it before I started the stream. Get that centered again. Alright, that looks about centered. And then the yaw trim. Okay, that works on electric yaw trim as well. So I have on my hat, I have pitch trim set up and down like this, and then for electric pitch trim, and then I have yaw left and right on that same hat. It's got a little bit of acceleration. And then I can push it to set it to center. What's weird is I just pushed it to set it to center and it's a little left of center. So now I'm wondering if these are not totally accurate and now my roll is maybe not fully centered. So if I move this here, can I right click this? No. All right, well, we'll just have to change it in flight if it's messing with us. Hey, Emmett, what's going on? All right, and then just out of curiosity. Okay, I'm moving the thrust right now, but we can't get anything without the engine started, it looks like. Reading here. I just wanted to see if it would show the detents. All right, bleed 1 and 2 off. All right, let's continue with the checklist. Lights, engine ignition to auto. Lights as required. So let's go up to our lights. Looks like we don't have a beacon. We'll just turn our nav lights on then. Upwash effect. Well, maybe I have to play with these in flight to see what these do. Dim and bright cabin, and then upwash. Taxi and landing switch. I assume these are not going to work. Let's see with my Bravo switches here. I'm going to hit strobe on. Okay, that works. Taxi. Okay, so if I move it to taxi, then it shows taxi, which is great. But if I move taxi off, it goes to landing. Wait, now it's not doing that. What? Now it's doing nothing. Landing light does nothing. Taxi light now does nothing. All right, gonna have to use this one. What? Okay, now this one is stuck in position. Now it's going, what the heck? Okay, now it's working again. I wish these three-way switches, I'm sure it's a Microsoft Flight Sim thing, but I wish they worked with my Bravo switches where I could turn, if I turn it to taxi, it turns this to the middle position. If I turn landing on it, it turns it all the way up. But yeah, these things are always challenging. All right, so let's keep our nav light on for now. I hate how this whole thing highlights too. Like, I really wish just the top of it or the edge of it was clickable, because every time I zoom in, I have to move my mouse away. All right, GPU as required, batteries on. So we have GPU on for now because this will take me a bit to start up. Parking brake and chalk set and remove. Parking brake is set on. Batteries on GPU as required. Circuit breakers, check. I don't even know if the circuit breakers are... Yeah, these are all in-op, so no circuit breaker action here. Navigation database. Okay, that's all good. CVR test. I don't know if there's... What is that? Cockpit voice recorder? Oh, we actually do have oxygen controls down here. Here's the CVR test. Yeah, okay, can't use that. CVR erase. There we go. Let's, none of this ever happened. It just toggles between test. Test and CVR erase. I think that maybe is better just in-op. Oxygen pressure, verify fuel quantity. Fuel quantity imbalance, we already did that through on-air company. Oxygen pressure, verify.
Skyhawk 47 Juliet Albuquerque Center. Roger, Fort Stockton, altimeter 3033.
We have our pressurization stuff over here. Right here, auto, manual, cabin altitude. It looks like you can only use auto because, yeah, in manual, the cabin altitude up, down, this switch does not work. So it looks like all we can do is turn it to auto. And I don't know where we read. Maybe it's under engine detail. I know this is all we get. So there's no like full screen engine page, it looks like. Oil. I don't see oxygen here. Right? We have cabin altitude and rate, and then we have battery voltage. Yeah, maybe we can't check it. Smash the button by my left elbow. Oxygen, crew, passenger auto, passenger override. Push to restore. Oh, we hear it. Pull to cut out, push to... Oh, the sim is freezing because I pressed it again. All right, we're frozen. Okay, we're back. So that's just oxygen on and off. Okay, so push to restore. Okay, and so we hear it. So I guess we, I guess that means that it's got more than 0 oxygen, but it doesn't look like there's a way to actually look at what our oxygen level's at, how much we got in the tanks. Oh, it's just oxygen pressure verify. Okay, so it's not about looking at how much there is, it's just about looking at making sure that it works. All right, test panel. I'll just skip that. LFE, enter landing field elevation. So I assume that's going to be automatic here because there's no way to set the elevation. Yeah, I assume that's all through the FMS. And here we'll just probably turn on auto for the pressurization. That's fine. Weather radar on standby. Yeah, I'm not going to use that this flight. Weights. We enter the weights. Can we actually enter weights? I don't know how we would do that without an EFB because we can't put that in with the G1000 unless this is like highly customized. Oh, I really want those camera presets, guys. Please, Cockspur, put in actual instrument camera presets. Flight plan, enter and set. Okay, so we'll put in the flight plan, takeoff temperature. And then weights, takeoff speeds. Flight director set, comm nav transponder, and then takeoff taxi briefing. Okay, so let's just put on our flight plan. Do it over here. I love that the FMS knob is here, so I don't have to... This one's not bad, though. I mean, we could go down here and do it, I guess. So let's go ahead over to our flight plan catalog. This will give us our sim brief. Looks like I need to get that all set up here. Okay, approved. Allow. I went into my Navigraph settings the other day and realized I had like 800 things attached to Navigraph. All right, Palm Springs to Phoenix. Activate. Let's see if it brings in the arrival. It did. Nice. So the Hydra 1 to runway 08. And it looks like the transition waypoint, BLH, that's our first waypoint. So this is all we have to do is put in origin, destination, and the Hydra 1 arrival for this flight. And I do have Navigraph up on a side screen. Actually, just today got a second monitor. So if I'm not super fast to chat with you guys, it's because I have to look to my right now. So I got like a little 1440p mounted vertically to the right. I feel like I'm in Grandma's Boy. If you guys have seen that movie with the Prodigy software developer's like in a chair and he's looking up and he's got like 800 monitors attached to his like reclining chair. He's listening to like techno or something. I also, hardware news, I ordered a 4K monitor finally. The new Alienware OLED 4K 240 hertz whatever behemoth came out. So I'm finally going to ditch the ultra wide and I'm going to start at least for the first streams once I get it. It'll probably be a week or so until I get it. I'm going to start streaming in 4K to see how it goes because YouTube supports very high quality 4K streams. So I'm going to do that. The downside to that is that it gives it about a 20-second delay with the stream. Right now, I probably have like a 1 or 2 second delay when I see your guys chat. Or, you know, when I see it when you see it, but by the time I respond to it and it gets encoded and sent back to you guys, there's a delay there. 4K will introduce a much larger delay, like 15, 20 seconds, something like that. So I will try it for the sake of the quality and streaming in 4K and see how it goes. But yeah, that'll be happening in the next week or two. And if the delay sucks, then I'll just downscale to 1440p again. But pretty excited about that. It'll be a big change because I've been on an ultra wide for like 3 or 4 years now. I play Flight Sim windowed, 1440p windowed on an ultra wide. So it'll be a little bit of a learning curve. All right, let's change our CDI here. I'm gonna set up our cruise altitude, 37,500 feet. I'll just do 37,000. Probably talk to say intentions a little bit. I don't know, maybe I'll just ignore it and just leave it on the background for chatter. All right. Good thing this has acceleration for the selected altitude, so it's going 1,000 at a time. Love that. All right, 37,000 feet. And we'll just hit B and set our altimeter, 3022. And we don't have to worry about gyro drift because we're in a G1000. It's automatically done for us. All right, back to the checklist. So we got our flight plan in. Let's get rid of this disgusting heading up setting. Get the detail down. I like to do terrain off on this one, traffic on. And then over here, I like to do the inset map. And then on the inset map, I like to turn on the relative terrain. So we have like terrain warning over here. So we'll see the red when we're staring at our instruments. If something is terrain on the terrain is scary, we'll see it right over here where we're looking all the time. All right, all set. 37's pretty high for this route. All right, we'll see how it goes. OLED's nice for a PC monitor. Yeah, I do have a little tiny USB OLED I bought a while ago that I used briefly, but I didn't really like where I had it positioned under my ultrawide, but the quality of OLED is amazing. I wish that could translate somehow to the stream, but you know, it's just your monitor. Okay, we got the flight plan in, landing field elevation. Let's see if it updated that. 138 feet. And if I look at the, over on the side, I'm looking at airport info for Phoenix. Phoenix is at 1135, so this is wrong. Oh, sorry, this isn't wrong. This is our current cabin altitude. So we will see when we're on our way. I assume it's just gonna work. Because there's no option to change it. All right, flight director set, comm, nav, transponder, taxi and takeoff briefing. It's fine. We'll just skip this stuff. And I assume we have charts here. Yeah, we do. So I have the plugin installed. So just like with the other G1000s, we get our charts here. Palm Springs. We got SoCal departure 135275. I really wish we could click on this, but we have the range knob. And then we got CTAF. What? Wait, this is the wrong airport. Isn't this the wrong airport? I'm at KPSP, not Bermuda Dunes. This has KPSP, so it's pulling off the wrong charts. Let me hit sync. This is not the correct PSP.
Stingray 9er Alpha Zulu contact.
This is so weird. Why does it keep picking this? Sync. Huh. Is it like looking it up by name instead of airport code? Maybe that's what's happening? Yeah, this is weird. It keeps bringing up CUD. You can flip the checklist around by clicking on the word equipment. Oh, there's a back part? The word equipment. Oh, I see. Oh, hey, there are options. Oh, nice. Okay, cool. Thank you. Oh, and you have GPU here. Oh, there is control lock. Okay. Nice. Should probably turn that off. Cargo doors, covers, and chocks. I can't click cargo doors. Maybe because GPU's on. Oh, nice. That's awesome. Yeah, probably because the GPU's on, the cargo door can't get opened. Nope, that's not it. Alright, cargo doors doesn't... Oh, there. Now it's working. What the heck? Probably just took some time for it to... Maybe it animates. Oh, nice. Yeah, we got a front and a rear cargo door. So if I take those away... Yeah, we wait for the animation to end, then we can bring the GPU back. Nice. Awesome. It's even got a little rotating beacon on the top of it. I wonder if that shows up at nighttime.
Time in the simulator went forward.
Yeah, it does. Nice.
January 27, 2024.
Cool.
1946,
And on-air company's angry. I'll restart the tracking.
27, 2024,
Nice, thanks guys.
2030.
Yeah, and then we have chocks there. Okay, cool. Then we have our V speeds here, looks like. Oh, landing data. Okay, cool. So we have our VREF speed, landing distance required based on our weight. Nice. All right, doors are closed. Battery voltage check. I'm sure everything's fine. There's no wear and tear as far as I know in this, so all these things are just, you know, if you want to go through the paces of going through each one of them, but there's no, as far as I know, no chance that these are not all perfect. Air conditioning to auto. So wait, I haven't started the engines yet, right? Immediately prior to start. Okay. Air conditioning auto. ADS and AOA heater. So that's our AOA vane on required icing. Okay. So we have heating here. So there's the AOA. So this looks like a 3-position switch, but you only really left click it. There's just 2 positions there. So that is set, and then we need air conditioning on auto. Air conditioning, manual, auto, and off. Okay, that's to auto. Oh man. Yeah, the no presets are gonna frustrate me, but then again, once you know this stuff and you get in, you're just like, okay, look down. On, you know, auto, good to go. Check engine instruments after start. So we need to start it first? Where's the start checklist? What? There is no start checklist? What the heck? Where is engine start? After start. So where, I don't know where the engine start checklist is. It's not there, but maybe it's just so easy, nobody needs it. So I guess we'll just turn the ignition to on, and then we'll turn left engine to start. I assume that'll pull it back. And then once it's all spooled up, once everything's in the green, we'll just switch it back to auto. Ooh. All right, N2. So we have 16 on N1. See if this just stabilizes. There's probably a point at which we switch it to auto. Probably now is fine. All right, looks like it's settling around 18. Okay, second, and this pulls back to start. All right, ignition on, start, run. 18.6. N2's rising. Obviously, if I flew this more than just once, I would look up these values. See when we turn off the ignition. All right, back to auto. And we'll turn pressurization to auto.
Have a good evening.
And bleed is off right now. We probably need to set that to both at some point. All right, engine instrument check, GPU disconnect, and generators will need to come to auto. GPU. All right. Electrical emergency check if required. We should probably arm ELT. Hydraulic pump to auto. Oh, the pump's over here. Whoops, I had the pumps off. I'm smart. Fuel pumps were off and the engine started. Oh, maybe they didn't fully start. Right, fuel pumps. Yeah, where is the engine start checklist, guys? That is so weird. How is there not an engine start checklist? Trims. Okay, check and set, flaps, set blank for takeoff. I don't think we're going to get any performance stuff here. I'll just set maybe flaps 1 for takeoff and see how it goes. And if we bring these to full, look at this, the flaps seem to actually be working. Yes, the flaps in this plane work. Incredible. We'll just go flaps 1. Hey, Droppler, what's up? All right, so engine ignition is on. 1 and 2 are start. Trims are all neutral. And there is a little green indicator there. Okay, it looks like the green indicator is shown. It's showing our current position.
Stingray 9er.
Oh no, there we go. Okay, the green indicator is there. The gray line is where we're set. So we'll just move this up to the middle of the green. So it looks like it's like nose up between 0 and maybe 10 degrees. 0 and 15 degrees nose up. So let's put it right in the middle. Let's go like 8. See how that goes. Working flaps, wow. How is the full-grown puppy? She's good. She's getting a lot better. Sister! My sister's in the chat. Hey, Straub. Hello, brother. Hello, everyone. Good-looking aircraft, yeah. My sister doesn't even know that I was in the hospital, so she's literally finding out at this moment. Yeah, sister, I didn't want to message you guys because it wasn't really anything crazy, but I thought I was having an appendix issue. I was in the hospital for about 24 hours. But everything's fine. They didn't have to take my appendix out. They don't really know what it was, but there's no infection. Everything's totally normal, and came back home last night or yesterday afternoon. This is how I keep my family updated at the same time as you guys. That's how important you are to me. Update the family at the same time. I'm good. Yeah. I thought I was having an appendix issue, and so they had to run tests and all that. And since it was after hours from a doctor's office, the only way to get a CAT scan, really, a CT scan, was to go to a hospital. So I did that. Thanks for the family update. Yeah, no problem. And that's also why I'm doing the delayed Thursday stream today, and then we'll probably do the group flight tomorrow instead. But yeah, if you guys want to fly along from Palm Springs to Phoenix right now, it's totally fine. Family extension, yeah, exactly. Didn't know you were in the hospital. Yeah, everything's cool, but that's why I didn't stream on Thursday. Right before the stream, I had gone to my primary care doctor close by, and they pushed on my abdomen. They were like, yeah, you should go get a CAT scan, and the only way you can do that right now probably consistently is by going to the hospital. So, of course, that turns into like a 6-hour wait and all that stuff. But, yeah, they ended up keeping me for the night just to observe to make sure that it didn't get worse, and it just got better overnight, and now I'm pretty much fully fine again. I'm just hoping it doesn't happen again. If it happens again, I'll probably have to go to the hospital, get the appendix out, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. Hoping that's not the case. So I'm back to my normal. Got my coffee going. Got my flight sim going. Got my confusion and new checklist going. Thanks for putting us in your extended family, of course. I mean, you guys pay to be part of the family, some of you. $1 at a time, and I appreciate that. Check again with not illness. Yeah, hopefully it's just some maintenance, right? Yeah, okay, so the before having no engine start checklist is kind of weird. All right, takeoff configuration check. I don't think there's actually a way to do a takeoff configuration check in this, right? But since we're sitting here with the parking brakes on, let's at least see if there are throttle detents. There are not. Oh, there we go. It's max. So it just says TO. There's no climb. I'm looking up here where we have the annunciation. It just says TO. Maybe that'll change once I hit the toga button or something. Anyway, let's configure the rest. Let's do flight level change mode and heading mode. This is the wrong chart. It refuses to open Palm Springs. Kind of weird. See if this will wake it up to realize that we're at Palm Springs and not the other Palm Springs. All right, so 3-1 left and 1-3 right. Let me just check the METAR real quick. Variable at 4 knots. All right, which one's closest then? Zooming in over on my Navigraph on the side. All right, 3-1 left is really close to us, and it's displaced, so we can go full length. They're white lines, white arrows. So just to our left is going to be 3-1 left, and 3-1 left is at 310 heading. So we'll put in a 310 heading over here. What the heck? All right, 310 on the heading. And if this is anything like the Honda Jet, let's see, we do flight level change. What do we climb at in the Honda Jet? Maybe I'll put in like 200 knots to start and see how it goes. This is supposed to be faster than the Honda Jet. Citations are usually, we just climb at 240. So we'll do 200 in this. What the heck? I'm glad you're good. Yeah, everything's fine. You know, it's one of those things with family, like don't worry your family if there's nothing to worry about. So if you call your family and you're like, hey, I got to go to the hospital, they're like, oh no, what's happening? Is everything okay? And you're like, I don't know. Better to wait until there's actually good or bad news to give, in my opinion. Oh, 210 for the Honda. Josh says 200 climb speed. Okay. Sweet. And we have our rotation speed here, 99. Out of curiosity, if we change our payload, does it change our rotation speed?
Has been added during
No.
the flight. From 204.6.
All right, we'll reset that with on-air company.
1 gals.
I'm just curious if there, because some of the checklist items say to like, you know, do takeoff config check and stuff like that. 2,000 feet per minute if you use VS. Never. VS for takeoff is insanity. IAS every time for a climb. Every single time. Okay, landing gear, that's after takeoff. Immediately prior ice protection as required, lights set. Okay, let's put this away. This stuff is all on auto. Put our belts on. ELT is armed. Generators are on, GPU's off. Do we need to turn the bleed on, though, for pressurization? After takeoff, where is the bleed? Yaw damper on. Pressurization check. I'm looking for anything that says bleed. Or both. I don't see it. Very scary mode for climb, yeah. VS is not good. Only for descending. Or like very small altitude changes. It just says pressurization, check landing field elevation. I don't see pressurization check. It doesn't tell us where to set the bleeds. So do I set it to bleed both? Bleed off vent. Pressurization. Oh, this turned it to... Wait, what? Wait, is that on manual? I can't change the cabin altitude. Oh, that's auto. Sorry. Up is auto, down is manual. So we'll leave it on auto. Bleed both. Do I do that before takeoff, Josh? Do you know? It's probably shown on the cast messages, right? Yeah, bleed 1 and 2 are off. So yeah, it's just yelling at me over here. All right, there we go. All right, cast is good. Just has parking brake on. Transponder. All right, sweet. Let's go to transponder and put on altitude reporting. And I don't know, do we want to get Palm Springs up on the radio? Palm Springs ATIS, Palm Springs clearance 2835. I have it turned on, might as well use it. Bad day to fly to Phoenix, windy as shit. Okay. Sounds fun. That's what's fun about the simulator, you just do it anyway. 121.9. This will make for some an entertaining first landing in the Phenom. Palm Springs clearance, Phenom 6063 Echo. Request flight following to Phoenix. Papa Hotel X-ray at 37,000 feet. We are a Phenom PH100. Let's see, it's gonna tell us it's an invalid altitude maybe. We can kind of fake do IFR with say intentions, so I just want to see what it does so we have something to listen to. Get back to us. And is it called a Phenom PH100?
Phenom 63 Echo Palm Springs clearance cleared to Phoenix. Maintain VFR at or below 8,000 feet. Departure frequency 135.275. Squawk 6232.
That's a pretty nice voice. All right, clear to Phoenix. VFR at or below 8,000 feet. 135.275, squawk 6232, Phenom 63 Echo. That's cool. It got Phenom right too. That was a pretty good voice. We'll just do this for the squawk and the flight following. Like it's not realistic, but it's still fun.
Phenom 63 Echo, read back correct.
All right, read back correct. Nice. All right, transponder 6232, and we're gonna go over to ground next. So, and 135.275 is our departure, and we're not gonna do 8,000 feet, of course. Should we do 8,000 feet? Maybe we should do 8,000 feet. It could be pretty funny to do 8,000 feet. No, we want to see this thing. We'll just cancel flight following if they give us crap. And we should probably get the latest ATIS. We'll just say we have the numbers. Palm Spring ground. Phenom 63 Echoes ready to taxi for departure, and we have the numbers. So we're at the south side of the airport near 31 left. Let's see if they give us alpha. Simbri, flight level 370.
63 Echo, Palm Springs ground, taxi to runway 31 right via Echo Bravo.
31 right via Echo Bravo, 63 Echo. All right, they want us to go to right. So, all right, parking brake is off. Let's see how this thing moves. And this is such a low. I'm gonna use spacebar to actually see around here. All right, we're gonna turn to the right and go to 31 right, which is on the north side of the field. And they said via Echo Bravo. Not quite accurate. Echo is correct actually. We're gonna be on Echo right up here. Oh, that's the start of the runway. Oh wait, whoops. Nope, that's wrong. Whatever, this is gonna go all the way up anyway. This is Charlie. Echo's to our right. This is actually Charlie. So the other runway starts right
Tornado
there.
892, Tango Oscar taxi to holding point Bravo 2 via taxiway Alpha. Taxiing to holding point Bravo 2 via Alpha Tornado 892 Tango Oscar.
Oh wait, 31 right. Oh my god, you're right. That's right next to us, isn't it? Taxi to runway 31 right via Echo Bravo. Oh, that is the one I just passed. Yeah, you're right. You are right. 31 right is right here. All right, so we got the short runway. It's still 4,900 feet long. Yeah, I just assumed they wouldn't give us the short runway, so that's why I was headed up to the north side. What's up, guys? What's up, Pryfly, Jewel, Cyber? I assume this is Josh next to me, or someone's in a citation next to me. All right, yeah, 31 right is right here. So they were probably assuming that we'd be on the the other side of this runway. Oh. Really need to, this must be using like the nose wheel steering like takes time for it to move the nose wheel, so I have to steer in advance. That's one thing. Oh, you're in the Phenom on 31 left where you should be. Yeah, can we take off from 4,900 feet? We'll find out, I guess. All right, let's switch over to tower and then we'll put in the departure frequency. Tower is 1197. And then departure frequency is 135.275. 35.275.
Over to departure 127905. Skyhawk 6 to Romeo. Thank you.
275. All right. Palm Springs Tower, Phenom 63 Echo, holding short runway 31 right.
Phenom 63 Echo, Palm Springs Tower, winds calm, runway 31 right, cleared for takeoff.
31 right, clear for takeoff, Phenom 63 Echo. All right, landing on, strobe on. Parking brake off. I'm going to hit Toga. Okay, Toga does give us the TO enunciation on the G1000. I don't think that's a special thing. I think that's just a G1000 thing. Yeah, you definitely have to steer in advance on this thing like you're flying like an airliner or something. The turning is not super agile, so you got to do it in advance like you're in a big boy. Why chance it? For the stream, of course. Why, Josh, not to call you out, but why do you fly a Vision Jet through the canyons every time? Huh? Why chance it in the Vision Jet, man? Okay, TO is here, and I think I have the rest programmed in. We programmed in our runway heading and all that. Parking brakes off. All right, let's go to takeoff. Takeoff power, but not to max power. Okay, that's in takeoff, and flaps are 1. Rotate is 99. We'll see. Touche. All right, I wish that camera forward view could still see our airspeed indicator, but it doesn't. There's 50. 60 knots. This is going to be cutting it a little close, maybe. 80 knots. We only have like 3 passengers, I think. All right, there's 100 knots. Rotate. I said rotate. All right.
Airborne time
Positive
on.
rate. Gear up. Trimming. Oh, man. Oh, this thing sounds good. Whoops, a little too high there. All right, flaps are up. Autopilot on.
Phenom 6 tree
Heading
Echo,
mode.
contact departure on 1 tree 5.275.
Flight level change mode. Over to departure, 6-3 Echo. All right, let's try 200 knots. Over to departure.
Skyhawk 516 radar contact. 15 miles west of Silver Springs Airport.
200
at
seems a little
8,400
shallow.
feet.
Yeah, 200 seems a little shallow. I'm gonna go like 170. Let's go 175. There's 180. Departure Phenom 606 3 Echo, 3,000 feet, climbing 8,000 feet. I'm just saying 8,000 because that's what they gave us for VFR, but we're gonna go up to 37,000. All right, let's turn on GPS mode. Let's get onto course. Dude, this thing sounds beastly. Listen to this thing.
Phenom 6 tree Echo radar contact 5 northwest of Palm Springs International Airport at 5,000 feet.
All right, we got radar contact. Dude, the engines of this thing sound awesome. The sounds are really loud. Yeah, I'm pulling it down on my little Go XLR here because it's so loud. It's very pretty. I like it. I wish it showed the detents though. I mean, let's see if it shows it now. I want to pull it back into climb. Yeah, it's still showing takeoff up here. All right, we're at 2,500 feet per minute. Let me bring it down up a little. Bring it up to like 200 now, maybe. I'll do 190. Yeah, right down here. So we have these little markers for, yeah, like max
Skyhawk 6
MCT
Victor
or
Romeo
climb.
contact NorCal approach on 119.2.
Yeah, that's for somebody else. That's a Romeo. And let's see, cabin altitude's increasing, flaps are up, trims are good, pitch trims being managed by the autopilot. Oh, there, it does say climb now. Hey, it does. Nice. Yeah, there's takeoff, there's climb, beautiful. Heck yeah. All right, I like it more. Dank, what's up? Will Flight Sim 2024 have a career mode? We don't know for sure, but I would bet that it doesn't. I think what they showed in the preview is more... I think what they showed in the preview is more than likely a series of activities That's what my guess would be. I don't think it's going to be a full career mode. I think they're showing us cool one-off activities. Maybe there's a set of them. Kind of like what you get when you go to activities and choose like discovery mode or discovery flight or a landing challenge and things like that. I really doubt they built in an entire career mode. So I think for now, On-Air Company and Air Hauler and Neofly are here to stay, would be my guess. I hope it has a whole career mode. I mean, I think that would be incredible if there was some kind of progression system, you know, like stuff you see in an MMO or something like that within Flight Sim, and you could start virtual airlines. Like, that would be so
6
cool.
Victor Romeo NorCal, approach radar contact, maintain VFR at or below 7500.
Mission-based activities. Yeah, I think that it's going to pretty much be what they have now. Like, you know, they have landing challenges in the sim, or third-party developers make activities sometimes, like IFR flight training, stuff like that. I have a feeling it's just going to be based off that system, where they have a set of new activities where you can like deliver cargo as a helicopter or whatever.
Phenom 6-3 Echo, VFR altitude.
Cancel flight following for 6-3 Echo. We're going IFR, baby. Let's see what it says.
Phenom 6-3 Echo, roger. Radar services terminated. Squawk VFR. Frequency change approved.
Squawk VFR, frequency change approved, Phenom 6-3 Echo. Alright. I didn't want them to yell at us constantly, so we'll just we'll cancel flight following for now. But we're still going to tune in. We're going to stay on that frequency so we can hear multiplayer and chatter and stuff like that. You can pull the window shades. Oh yeah, I noticed that. It looks like tinfoil. I checked these out before I started the stream. It kind of looks... It's probably my settings are pretty low. Those don't look that great. I wish they were the orange ones, like the orange transparent
Skyhawk
ones.
6 Victor Romeo, say destination.
So we're hearing the multiplayer chatter in Say Intentions right now. So this is other people that are on a similar frequency. We will hear their voices if they've opted into multiplayer. So it's just a way to, you know, just like with the AI generated chatter, it's a way to just fill the air and make it feel a little more realistic if you're flying alone somewhere in the world. So this is multiplayer. It's pretty sweet. I think that's something that I think is really cool about what Say Intentions is doing, is the blend in with the multiplayer stuff. They just like added it as an experimental feature, and I think that's like, I think that is one of like the best features of it, is hearing other people on your frequency. So how it works is like, this is part of chatter. So they have, I think I probably talked about this several times, but it does change here and there, like as they're patching things. In the settings, there is a section for multiplayer, which means you can opt in or opt out. You can say turn it on, turn it off. If you are on the exact same frequency as somebody else, you will hear their calls and you will hear the AI ATC respond to them, just like you would on VATSIM with a human ATC. You can opt in or opt out to have that on or off. Separately from that, there's something called chatter, which is kind of like ATC chatter, if you've ever heard of those programs. It just injects fake chat, AI generated chatter in the background based on your frequency. So if you're on a tower frequency, you'll hear tower type stuff like clear for takeoff, stuff like that. And if you hear, if you're on like a center, you'll hear like altimeter changes, altitude changes, stuff like that. But they updated it recently, so you can turn on multiplayer chatter, which means you will not only hear AI, but you'll hear multiplayer people on those types of frequencies. So just to fill the air. So it's another separate setting. So what we're hearing is other people that are on RTAC frequencies, like a center, departure, or an approach frequency. We're hearing them talk as they're talking to ATC. They could be anywhere in the world, though, not necessarily where we are. The one where we are is multiplayer. The one that's global, like hearing people all over the network, is the chatter part. So you can decide to have either of those on or off. It's kind of cool. Selling point. Yeah, I think it's really cool they added it. It's kind of like a defining feature of their service, I think, of their product. All right, we are still in climb, 19,000 feet. We're at 2,000 feet per minute with FLC at 190. And cabin altitude still rising. It's at 4,000 feet. So we can up this a bit more. We can try the 200 flight level change. I feel like when you first take off, like we have those mountains in front of us on departure, I feel like something lower airspeed than 200 might be good for the initial climb. Like maybe like 170, 180, and then turn it up to 200 for a cruise climb once you're up a bit, clear of all the terrain. Oh, above 18. Yep, you're right. Standard. So let's see if we can right-click this bear. Oh, no, we can't. Sorry, we're on a G1000. So on this one, we can go down to the bottom. PFD, standard. Thanks, Sean. Landing lights are on. Landing lights are off. Thoughts on the Phenom? Well, so far, this is much better than the other Phenom I tried last week. 2 Thursdays ago, we tried the 300E or whatever, and that was a disaster. Do not buy that plane. I like this so far. Yeah, I like the G1000. I like that all the buttons are on the sides of the G1000 screens and at the bottom, so we're not forced to use like an external panel like this to interact with them. So far I like it. I like that the detents work. I wish there was a engine start checklist, but I'm sure I can just look that up. You know, having any kind of checklist like this in the plane is a bonus anyway. I mean, I'm a fan of the G1000, so something like this I tend to enjoy more just because of the G1000. Say intentions, yes, it's $30 a month. Yep. They are using a ton of AI for everything that happens in it. And AI is not cheap. Those requests add up a lot, so yeah. It is the price of... Let's see, how much was this plane? It's almost the price of this plane. Or it's more than the price of this. This was $27 US for the Phenom. And yeah, say intentions is $30 a month. They're gonna be, you know, doing work to bring the cost down. I'm sure maybe they can find some efficiencies, like cache some of the responses or something like that. That's going to be at the cost of realism, though, and randomness, where like every single response you get, some of them might be cached and might be the exact same response someone else got. But I don't know what their plan is to bring down the costs. You know, AI is still very new, so to me, I'm not surprised that it's expensive. JJ says Garmin needs to hire you as a sales rep. Yeah, right. I would be pooping my pants in that demonstration. I'd be too nervous to do that. I'm just a sim guy. Like, I don't fly for real. Like, they should. I know you're just like joking around, but yeah. Hopefully they have a real pilot do that. But yeah, I'm a fan of the G1000 in this sim mainly because, and it's also why I like the GTN 750. We're playing around with mice all day here, right? Like, we're grabbing our mouse and we're moving our cursor around and we're zooming our camera in. So I really dislike the G3000 and 5000 because you have to look here, then look at the screen, click things, then look back here or zoom way out like this. So just, you know, ergonomics wise, you know, if you want to call it that, the virtual ergonomics, it's so much easier when everything's in one camera view like this. So all the buttons are on the side and the bottom. That's what's really nice about the PMS 50 and the TDI 750s is you just point at the screen, click what you want, everything's in one space. That's one of the reasons why I really like the G1000. And also, like, the G1000 was one of the first that was really given a lot of attention. You know, the working title team put in all that work for the NXI, and it just kind of grew on me. I was just like, oh my god, this is the best thing ever. But of course, since then, other avionics have improved drastically as well. For a business jet, you should be climbing faster. I mean, it is a pretty small jet. I mean, it only seats 4, so we're not in something like a Longitude. These are smaller engines. I don't know the specifics. I don't know the specifics on the engines or anything like that, but like, even physically, like, they look so much smaller than something that's on like a Longitude. But we are in max continuous climb power setting. Both the engines are on. They're both operating normally, it looks like. Our flaps are up. nothing crazy going on. We're at 200 knots airspeed. We could always, you know, if we want to climb faster, we can sacrifice our ground speed for that. So right now our ground speed's 328 knots. We're at Mach 0.52 almost. So of course, if we want to climb faster, we could lower our airspeed. So if I lower it to like 180 or something, obviously we're gonna pitch up more. So now we're going 4,000 feet per minute. It's just up to you. Me and Josh was talking to me in chat and said that he climbs at 200. So I was just using 200, but it's a trade-off, right? Ground speed versus rate of climb. See, now we're at ground speed's down to 300 now. So it's up to you. I'm sure there's a POH for this thing somewhere. I'm just flying it for the very first time without knowing. Actually, is it on the back? Doesn't it? Oh no, it just has our approach stuff on the back, right? Not our climb. No climb performance here. So that's our landing checklist, and it doesn't say anything here about what airspeed to climb at. So yeah, it's really up to you. If you want a faster climb speed, change your airspeed lower. Find whatever compromise works for you. But it is possible that this has a lower expected airspeed for climb. Maybe I'm higher than I should be. But this does it does climb pretty fast when you lower the airspeed. That's fine. We're already at 30,000, going up to 37. Top of descent's already here. I actually should climb a bit faster just so we actually hit our top of descent, or hit our cruise level here before we reach our top of descent. All right, let's see if we can get our chart here. 180 is decent. Okay. Yeah, I feel like 200, at least for initial takeoff, 200 seems too high. For a cruise climb, yeah, maybe 200 would be maybe your maximum. Yeah, 180, we're crawling up towards a 2,000 foot per minute climb. All right, so here's the Hydra 1 RNAV. And we are heading to BLH. That's the Blythe VOR, or VORTAC. That's over here to the west. But I think our top of descent is before that. I don't know, it's a little bit after that right now. So Blythe, and then our top of descent, following this arrival down into Phoenix. After we're done with this flight, looks like we'll be done with this flight. Let me check. We have 165 miles left. Says it'll be about 30 minutes till we land. After we do that, I'll probably check out. There's like this small little trainer plane that's was put in the marketplace on Thursday called the Euro Foxy by a developer called Heaven Designs. It's $10. I'll probably buy that and fly it around a little bit just to check it out. I looked through their other planes that they were involved in. They did some partnerships with a couple other developers, and it looks like those planes got pretty good reviews, so I'll check that one out, as long as this doesn't take more than a half an hour. I mean, this thing is very pretty looking. I love the look of it. I love seeing the people's faces. It's actually kind of cool. You can see I like how all the passengers like right up against the windows. This one is going to be hilarious forever. But it's pretty cool. You can actually see the passengers like right up against the windows. Oh, we can't see the dog. Oh, I think it didn't put in the weight and balance. That's why. Yeah, it's very steady. All right, we're at 35, almost at flight level 370. Mach 0.5. We're just climbing kind of fast now. And there's no auto throttle in this, right? Yeah. No auto throttle. Oops, I forgot yaw damper actually. So it looks like yaw damper, you have to turn that on manually. Unlike the SR22 and I think the M500, those put on a yaw damper automatically for you, which is really nice. But yeah, here we need to do it manually. I think I have a hotkey. Yeah, I do. So I have one of my hats, I have autopilot on and off in one direction, and then toggle yaw damper in the other direction. Is the dog flying? Yeah, the dog is in here, but... Well, I had it in, but then On Air Company moved all the passenger weights to the back, and then it put the pilot and co-pilot weight at 0, which is kind of funny. So we're not seeing the dog right now. I don't want to mess with it because On Air Company is going. I don't want to mess up the tracking over here. Got to earn that 5,000 credits or whatever we're getting paid. Yeah, so far, like, I think I wish there were better instrument camera presets. If there were better instrument camera presets, I would be happier, but it's not a big deal. If you're starting it up manually every time, like, I don't know, you're probably going to get used to just hiding this, you know, clicking a couple things down here, clicking a couple things, you know, getting the fuel pumps on, getting the ice protection on auto, or the heating for the AOA vane on auto here. It's all accessible pretty easily from this camera view, so maybe that's why they did it.
We are 5 miles to the south of Piedmont.
Alright, top of descent. Alright, we're at 37,000. So we can bring this back to cruise. Let's see if it says cruise on the detent. Yep. Nice, so we do have cruise up here. So we just do that, watch our airspeed, make sure we don't overspeed, but top of descent's coming up here anyway. So let's see, Scully, our next RNAV descent, or our VNAV descent's at 25,000, so let's set up for that and hit VNAV. Alright, 25,000, and VNAV up here. VNAV's enunciated, VPath right there. And so we're following the, what is it called? The Hyder 1 RNAV arrival for Phoenix. I'll bring that back up here. So yeah, at Scully, we have flight level 250. 280 knots though, so this could be potentially an invalid arrival for us to follow. Since a lot of these are for turbojets, there's our VPath already. So it's top of descent, we barely made it. So this is probably one of those descents you would not, or one of those arrivals you would not use in this jet. I'm guessing we cannot maintain 280 knots in this thing. We'll find out. Yeah, there's no way. I mean, we're at 35,000. The barber pole is here at 225. So I need to pull back already. As we get lower, the barber pole is going to get higher. It's going to move up higher, but I don't think we're going to get up to 280. Especially because Scully is only 34 miles away, yeah. So this is not in the cards for this plane. This is turbojet, so this is not going to work for these light jets. We need to be in a longitude or a proper airliner for these. And it likely says turbojets only. Yeah, right here. Turbojet aircraft only. I wish that, I wish SimBrief updated to exclude these kind of arrivals for light jets like this, like the Phenom, the Vision Jet, the Honda Jet. We're heading to your hood. Awesome, Kevo. You better be there with coffee. We need our coffee. Phil says all my planes are in the hangar. Gaming PC won't boot. No. Well, what happened? Hit up YouTube, Phil, and go through some troubleshooting videos to figure out what's going on. It could be a PSU. I don't know how new your computer is, but I feel like a power supply dying is one of the most common things that happens to people with their PC. Brewing now. Excellent. All right, we're slowing down here a little bit. We're at a little under 50% power, 55% power to make sure we don't overspeed. 2,000 feet per minute descent, so that's pretty good. It's based off, so we take our ground speed, multiply this by 5, that gives us about 3 degrees, so that checks out. This will be a little over 2,000, so that's what we're getting for our rated descent for 3-degree angle of descent. And that's what the G1000 uses anyway, is 3 degrees for our VNAV angle of descent. Everything is good there. It's 3.5 years hung on the VGA card. VGA. VGA. We have surpassed VGA, sir. I remember as a kid going from like I had CGA graphics when I was a kid. I remember upgrading to VGA. Was that the first? Was VGA 256 colors, I think? I think CGA was like 4 or 8. EGA, what, 16 or 32? I think it was 16 colors. And then VGA was like 128 or 256 colors. It was insane, man. Crazy upgrade back in the day. Alright, zooming our inset map out a little bit. Bottom of descent is right here before Skull. That's because that's our VNAV bottom of descent. But let's go ahead and just look at our lowest altitude here that we'll get on this arrival. Alright, we bottom out at 4,000 feet at Jamil. 4,000 feet, so I'm just going to bring that all the way down just so we don't have to touch it again till our approach. Oh, that's what the manual calls it. Oh, HDMI 2. I started with a 386. Hell yeah. HDMI 2? Oh, it said a like DisplayPort.
Islander Tree Zulu, copy destination.
Wait, VGA. Wait, Phil, do you have an external video card though, right? I mean, you have like a you have an NVIDIA card or a or like an AMD graphics card, right? You must if you're playing Flight Sim. All right, we can speed up a bit more now. I took it down too much. I'll get out of your cockpit now, go sit in the back. No, come on in. We're good up here. Look, there's plenty of room. There's a little standing room. Or if you want, you can go back here. Mattering how friendly you are with the other people, you can open the doors. Look your friend in the eyes as you're on the toilet. Appropriate stuff like that. I love that they have a toilet seat quick cam. You can experience the luxury of the Phenom while the pilot is doing his duty and you're doing yours. Yeah, it's got dedicated windows just for the bathroom, right? That last pair of windows is for the restroom. Look. You got 3 on each side for the passenger cabin, and then the restroom has its own window on both sides. And if this was gone, you could sit on it backwards and get a better view from this side. So that other window's pretty far. What, you can flush the toilet? No way. Wait, really? Oh my god. Alright, I hope you guys are ready for this. No way. Dude, that is awesome. Let's get closer. Need to experience this a little too close. Oh my god, the water actually drains. The water drains. What? Best plane ever. Buy it now. Buy it now. That is crazy. Amazing. That's some attention to detail right there. Good job, Cockspur. Yeah, the water literally drains. Oh, it's filling. And then draining. Beautiful.
Viper 1 Romeo Golf Cleveland Center.
That's
Roger,
immersion
altimeter
for sure.
29
That is definitely immersion. Working toilet as a selling point. I don't think I've ever seen a flushable toilet. That's pretty amazing. Does it have working systems? Yes. Who cares? You can flush the toilet. Hey, for some people, that's more important than, like being able to set the landing field elevation. I might be one of those people, to be honest. No air fresheners. No air fresheners, yep. Are there any seat belts so on a hard landing the passengers go flying forward? Yeah, the seat belts they don't appear to be operational, nor are the passengers wearing their seat belts. Nobody is wearing their seat belts. Oh, but the seatbelt sign, is that off or on? I can't tell, it's red. We have the seatbelt sign down here, right? Ped belts. Oh, PED, like personal electronic devices, right? PED and belts. Okay. So anyway, they're not listening at all. None of them have their phones out. I don't see any selfies happening. Oh, this puts you in the perspective of this dude. There's one guy and 3 ladies. Nobody has phones in their hands. That's good. This guy, hands-free, no phones. Very good, everyone. That would be hilarious if you turned off the PED thing and then suddenly everyone's got their phones out. They're browsing the Microsoft Flight Simulator forums, you know, complaining about stutters and performance issues and crappy photogrammetry. And the Pelican and other, unrealistic planes. That's cool that actually back there, though, that you see the light for the seatbelts turn on. No flaps, but the toilet, would you buy it? Oh, for the 300E? Oh, man. Hey, wait, why aren't we descending anymore? Oh, we have our next top of descent, okay. Next top of descent, minute and 30 seconds. And so we're going really slow. Running out of upvotes for the bug list. Oh man, I don't know. I haven't voted on there for a while, but I definitely voted for shared cockpit a while back. Phil says, put on wear and tear. Wait, there's no wear and tear in this plane, right? I think it has to be plane specific. I think I do have wear and tear. Is there wear and tear in the assistance options? I don't think there is. It just stress damage, engine. I think the only wear and tear when you first load in, kind of like the other failures that are built into Microsoft Flight Sim, you can turn wear and tear on. Like you can lower the plane's condition. So I'm not actually sure what that does. I've never played around with it, but I think it's just like a per flight Microsoft Flight Sim setting. My country won't let me donate to you. Oh, don't worry about it. Time to use the good old VPN. No need to donate. Don't even worry about it. Just chilling out here and chatting is more than enough. Yeah. So Galixian talking about the. I think he's talking about the Phenom, the 300E that we tried last week, where the flaps didn't work. But if it had a working toilet, would I buy it? I would like to say yes, but I mean, we all know that the answer is no. But the toilet is a good selling point, 100%. Do I always fly with stress damage on? I've had it off for a while. Just because sometimes, especially if I'm flying a new plane, I'll overspeed it and it'll just end the flight. It's just not fun for anybody. Like, I'll notice my mistake and pull the throttle back, so. That plane, is that a real-life mod? Or was it made up? The other Phenom, the 300? It's in the marketplace. It's actually in the marketplace, so yeah, it's a real plane. It's very bad. Do not buy it. Group flight tomorrow. Yeah, we'll do it tomorrow. I wanted to check this plane out today because I missed it on Thursday. And I know some people, like Delta Tango, can only make it on Sundays, so... yes, that's the plan, is to do it on Sunday. Do it tomorrow. Probably do it around the same time. I slept in today. I almost slept until noon today, which is normally when I start the stream. So that's why I was a couple hours late. Read the sticker left of the yoke. Oh, right here? This guy? Yeah, max operating speed, flap extended speeds, landing gear speeds. Max operating 275. That's our, and then max maneuvering 186. VMC, that's our max, control speed, 97. Gear, max extended speed is VMO, which is 275, or MMO. Max Mach operating speed, I guess. You can take the gear out at 270 knots? Really? That's insane. Oh, I think did I miss our top of descent? Yeah, I missed our top of descent. All right, we'll go a little faster than 2,000 feet per minute to catch up. to our vertical path here. I forgot, because I set our first top of descent at 24,000, our first VNAV altitude, once we got to it, it goes back to altitude hold and it didn't have VNAV ready to go again, so go ahead and pull back. Had to restart our VNAV, so we'll just try to catch up to that profile. Bottom of descent in 4 minutes, down to 11,000 for this VNAV altitude. All right, we're going at 2,000 feet per minute, but now we're doing 2,500 to try to catch up to this. I don't know, this thing does go pretty fast. I mean, we're at 270 indicated. Slow down even more. Oh, what time will we take off tomorrow? Probably around 12:30 Pacific time, a little bit after noon. Dude, thanks for, I'm sorry, I don't know how to read Japanese.
Good morning from Japan.
Good morning from Japan. Thanks for the super chat, man. Sorry, I don't know how to read Japanese. I can't even attempt your name, but I appreciate it. Thanks so much, dude. Hopped on a VPN just to super chat. All right, left-hand turn here. So now we're on our way to Hyder. From Soon to Hyder, and then we have our bottom of descent near Dila. So we're catching up to the profile here. I think I might need to go a little bit faster. Let's go 3,000 feet per minute. All right, pulling back on the throttle. 275 knots is the Phenom. 275 knots, yeah, for the gear. Is the Phenom a real-life mod or a made-up plane? Did I read? Oh, you just posted that again. Oh, the name's Kazuya. Kazuya. Oh, thanks, Kazuya. Thanks for the super chat. And John, oh, you already gifted John a membership. Congratulations. Pull up your stool, sir.
Cleared visual 8, maintaining 9
Collect your carton of cigarettes at the post office tomorrow to pass out to your passengers, as all couch captains do. You already, thanks for gifting one to John, dude. All right, 18,000. Let's go local altimeter. I'm just gonna hit B. Bravo. It's setting it to 2992. Oh, there we go. 3016. That $1.99 is going to my hospital bill. We'll see what it is. I have pretty good insurance, but you never know with a hospital visit how things go. All right, 17,000. We're descending like crazy. We need to get down to 11,000 for this segment, though, by the time we get to the next waypoint here at Gila. Bottom of descent. All right, let's check the METAR over at Phoenix. All right, winds are 050 at 8, few clouds at 25,000. 10 miles visibility, 3015. We'll just put in 3015 now. And up here on the standby, 3015, that's set. All right, it recommended runway 8, so we're gonna just load in whatever best approach we have for runway 8. We got an ILS, or let's do the RNAV. RNAV Yankee 08. And now let's do the ILS. And then we have Alice or Ilky. Just put in Alice for now and see what it says. And we will load. Whoa, that looks like a mess over there. So we have Alice. What is going on with that, like, turnaround? All right, let's just activate our approach. We'll pretend like we got cleared to the IAF. And we will level off, and then we'll just wait for our VNAV top of descent for the initial approach fix. Gual says, oh no, I'd Look at a doctor's face. Wait, what? 100. Oh, if you look at a doctor's face, it's a $150 charge. Does it count if they're all masked? Everybody at the hospital was masked the whole time, which makes sense, of course. So does that count as looking at their face? I definitely looked at their eyeballs. All right, cool. This looks like it just makes a little turn here to line us up. There's like an intercept. So our top of descent's coming up here. So let's just look at our flight plan again. So what's our new VNAV altitude for the approach this time? FAF is 3,000 feet. All right, 3,000 feet. Change that down on our selected altitude. All right, we're under 10,000, so we'll try to keep it under 250 knots. All right, there's 3,000. We're going to go altitude hold for now and turn on VNAV as we come up to this next top of descent marker up here. Make sure we don't collide with anything. All right, 250 knot maximum, under 10,000 feet. And we'll get the landing lights on again. Landing is on. I wonder how this plane lands. We'll find out. Yeah. So the checklist does have some landing, some some references here, landing distance. So I'm not super familiar with all these. What is VFS? Is that flaps full? Is that VFS? I don't know. Oh yeah, okay, so approach flaps 2, landing flaps 2. And then this is landing flaps full.
Cleveland Center on 134.125, 1 Romeo Golf.
So these are two different speeds, matter if you want to use flaps full or flaps 2. And then what is our weight here? All right, we're at 8,400 pounds, so we'll shed a bit by the time we get there. So we'll be a little lighter, but so it looks like we'll be VREF is like 92 with full flaps.
Cleveland Center, Roger, Titty out, altimeter 29er 1.
What? What did it just say? Am I hearing things? The whites of their eyes, that's what counts as looking at them, the $100, $150 charge. Kazuya says, just had a centipede fall from my ceiling onto my head. What? You have to go burn your home down. I would do the same thing, absolutely. All right, VPATH is on. We're coming up to our top of descent right here. 17 seconds. Can speed up just a little bit. All right, so runway 08 is what we're going for here in Phoenix. Yeah, runway 8 is the preferred one anyway, it looks like. 6 knot headwind, 5 knot crosswind from the left, it looks like. So weird having a second monitor. I'm like bringing these things up. I know you guys can't see them, but I'm bringing up Navigraph. It's kind of a weird size, but I'll have to figure out once I get the main monitor and I got my 4K monitor going. What's going to be crazy is for the first time, I'm going to actually be able to play Flight Sim full screen. So I have an ultra wide, so I play Flight Sim in 1440p windowed mode with it in the middle of the monitor with stuff on the sides like chat and stuff like that. But now I have the second monitor set up on the side, and I'm replacing the ultra wide with a 4K, 32-inch 4K OLED that just came out. So I'll finally be able to full screen this sim. It's gonna be pretty nice, I think. I'm just playing it in a pretty small window relative to my monitor size right now. All right, let's look at the checklist. So we're gonna do about 100 knots for our VREF. Let's see the rest of it though. Okay, descent, windshield heating on. All right, we will turn windshield heating on. Pressurization, check landing field elevation. I don't know how we check that. Presumably it's reading it from the flight plan, but we can only see our cabin elevation here. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and turn approach mode on right now, just because we're pretty much on our final approach course already. Let's double check the approach. D-ATIS. All right, ILS for runway 8. Localizer is 11175, so that's correct over here. I'm gonna turn off your lovely nameplates for now. Approach mode is good. We're in VNAV. 3,000 feet is set for our final approach fix altitude. Let's sync our heading bug forward. All right, we are 22 miles out. All right, lights are set, windshield heating is on, landing speeds set. I don't think we can actually set our landing speeds in a G1000, so that idea is straight out. We will slow down a bit so we can get our gear down. I guess we can get our gear down at 275 knots, which is insane. All right, we're 20 miles out now. Icing conditions verify. Yes, it is. It is clear. No clouds in sight. And what is the outside air temperature anyway? 9 degrees positive, so we're good. All right, altimeters set and cross-check. We did that earlier, 3015, set based off the METAR. Signs, personal devices, and belts on. No smoking is off, of course. Landing speed set, can't do that, right? Fuel transfer pushed out. Where is fuel transfer? And these are our fuel pumps. Oh, this is transfer. It's off. What's up, Josh? Gear is 180. Really? That makes more sense. Flap set for landing, down 3 green. Yeah, before landing. Okay, approach briefing complete. Flaps landing. Okay, that's all pretty normal. 180 for gear. Yeah, what's weird is this shows... Oh, landing gear, max operating speed, 180. Max extended speed VMO, which is 275. So if you happen to have it out, I guess you can go as fast as you want, but you're not supposed to extend or retract the gear unless you're under 180. Okay. Sounds good. Thanks, Josh. All right, so let's get down to 180. We pretty much need to go like almost idle, it feels like. And VPATH is still on. We got a ways out. Let's see, until our next waypoint. What's up is our FAF. So we got a good 7 or 8 miles until we get there. We'll see if it switches over to green needles to intercept the ILS. Intercept the glide path. Final approach course 078. We can turn on our DME bearings here. 14 DME. Missed approaches, climbed to 3,000, climbing left, turned 5,000 on 280. All right, so we're leaving this at 3,000 until we intercept the glide slope. Approach mode's already on. Speed slowing. We need to get down to under 180. And then do we have flap speed here? Okay, first, okay, yeah, we can put flaps 1 right now. Under 200 so we can get down to get the gear out. All right, flaps 1. 5 degrees, that's indicated here. 180, so we can do gear when we're ready. I'll just do gear now. We'll get all slowed down. All right, gear's coming down. Look for 3 greens. All right, 3 greens. Slowing down drastically. There's green needles, localizer is good. Glide slope is about to intercept. Then we'll change our go around altitude to 5,000 based on the chart. All right, then 160 for 2 and 3, 145 for full flaps. All right, we'll go flaps 2. Flaps 3. Turn on the wind here. right, we're 2500 AGL right here on the radio altimeter. VNAV is still taking us down here, so we're like just skirting below the glide slope, which is fine. We still have a mile until the FAF. Getting a little bobbly, probably too slow. Alright, we are going to get full flaps down right before we hit glide slope. Looks like I need to keep it above 100 for now. I'm going to hit altitude hold just so we can grab the glide slope. Alright, there's the glide slope. And we need a lot of power with full flaps out, actually. I'm guessing most of the time we're not landing with full flaps because this is a lot. We're at like 72% power right now. We're going to start pitching down, but feels a little intense. A lot of power needed. All right, 5,000 set for go around. There's 5,000. Sync the heading bug. All right, now that we're pitched down a little, we can pull out a little bit. A little bit of power. Oh, what's up, Raccoon? How you doing, man? All right, see our pressurization's going down. 3,000 cabin altitude. Flaps are we full yet? Yeah, we're full. 36 degrees, is that right? Let's see if we can contact the tower real quick. 1187. Phoenix Tower, Phenom, 6-3 Echo is on a 3-mile final runways 8. Landing lights are good. I don't know what it's like in the jets, but normally we would turn like...
Phenom 6-3 Echo, Phoenix Tower, enter left downwind for runway 25 left.
All right, straight in runway 8, cleared to land. Thanks, Phenom 6-3 Echo. And ignition on. At least in like turboprops we do that. I don't know if that's a jet thing or not, having fuel pumps and ignition set to on.
Phenom 6-3 Echo, confirm you are straight in for runway 25 left information. Bravo is current.
Yes, we definitely have Bravo. Straight in for runway 8. Thanks for clearing us to land. Phenom 6-3 Echo. You guys rock. It's getting a little bouncy. All right, we are still on glide path. 2-mile final.
Skyhawk 8 Echo Zulu, contact El Monte ground on
They just started ignoring us. All right, sync the heading bug again. We're at 100 knots. See how the Vazzies look. Sorry, the Pappies. Pappies are good. And we have 6 knot headwind, 2 knots from the left, 2 to 3 knots from the left. All right, that's 500 feet. All right, I assume we just drive this thing right into the ground like most jets. All right, let's get that autopilot off, yaw damper off. They are very long. I don't think this thing has a speed brake either. Oh, floaty, floaty.
Landing time logged.
A bit of a float there. Runway incursion. Yeah, somebody crossed over right as we were landing. Oh my god, I need so much right rudder. I'm almost like kicking my computer case with my rudder pedal. That was a lot. What's ground frequency here? 132.55.
Skylane 422 Alpha Mike, hold short of runway 27 traffic on final approach.
Holding short of runway 27, Skylane 422 Alpha Mike.
132.55. We'll see if that's right. The right frequency. All right, we are in Phoenix. All right, parking brake up, flaps all the way up. Reset our pitch trim. Actually, let's see if I can see some of you guys landing. Jeff is here in a citation, it looks like. Mike is here in a Super Hornet floating off the ground. Here's Josh in his Phenom 100. Bam. It's got one of the RAF skins on. Cyber just landed in the Honda Jet, it looks like. Yep. Everybody is floating. I think I have custom scenery. And probably flies up there at 12,000 feet, so. What's the EA7? Is that another military jet? Yeah, John. Good to see you, man. Thanks for watching. All right, see you, Yori. Thanks for the gifted membership earlier, man. Appreciate that. Hopefully see you tomorrow. Remember when my instructor slapped the back of my head after landing? I wasn't controlling my speed properly. That would be me like every time. I'm glad I feel like if my girlfriend was behind me who does fly, she could do that. She could provide that for the stream. You just hear me go, just get smacked. Pryfly must be in a military jet of some sort. Let's set, whoa, little stutters there. Let's set our pitch trim back into the green arc. It looks like I needed maybe a little more pitch trim for the takeoff. Maybe like 10 degrees is more normal. I'll try 10 the next flight I do with this, whenever that is. All right, Pryfly 6,000 feet. This is I don't know, I like this jet. I think because it has a G1000, I instantly like it better than like the Honda jet. I mean, it has a working toilet. I don't know, I think this is good. This deserves 4 to 5 star rating for sure. I think if we're comparing it against stuff like the Black Square, TBM 850, the M500, or the Comanche, it's a 4 star. But as far as business jets, like if we're comparing this to the Honda Jet, the Citations, and the Vision Jet, like I think it's a 5. I think in general, like we can't really compare planes to the outliers like the Comanches. Like if we hold everything to that standard, which isn't realistic for most developers, it's like I think we'll be rating everything a 4. That's really good instead of a 5. You know, if our only choices are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Raccoons in a chopper.
Skyhawk 84 Bravo, Reno Tower, cleared to land. Runway tree, 5 left, wind 215 at 8. Information Bravo is current.
It's fine. We're just gonna park here so I can check out another plane. Let's see if we can catch Pryfly on his final here. Whoa! What is this stuttering? Holy crap! What? Whoa! What is going on? What the hell? Fozzie Warbear is coming down at 737. I unfortunately have the 700, not that. What is going on right now? This is so weird. I have no idea what's going on right now. Look at this. Guys? Very strange. I've never seen that before. The EA7 Edgeley Wait, the Optica? Wait, isn't that like a little drone? I thought the Optica was one of those little like drones, like the Velocity one. I don't know what is going on with the sim right now and these stuttering graphics. This is crazy. It's only there when I move the camera. It's trippy, man. What's happening in the menus too? Look. Whoa. I've changed nothing. VSync off, frame gen on.
Skyhawk tree, Mike, Mike,
turn
contact
frame gen
departure
off
on
and see what happens.
125.5.
Oh, it's frame gen. Look at that. It's gone now. Frame gen was messing with it. Oh, yeah. Enon called it. Looks like frame gen is not working right. Yep. Yeah, frame gen. Now it looks great. Frame gen fail. Oh, I don't have the Optica. He just looks like a bonanza. Sorry, Pryfly. all right, yeah, haha. We get it. Show off. All right, let's get this thing shut down. Landing gear, yeah, we got that. After landing, flap 0, set lights, landing time record. That's it. Yeah, it looks like they ran out of space on the checklist. They might need to redesign that thing. So we're gonna turn ignition off, stop and stop.
Skyhawk 84 Bravo, contact Reno ground on 121.9er.
Off, manual, off. Air conditioning,
Skyhawk 84 Bravo.
off. And batteries and electrical, off. All right, done. 53 minutes. All right, main menu. I think I want to check out this Eurofoxy plane. It's like a little trainer one. It looks like this studio, Heaven Designs, the developer of this one. This looks like it's their first plane that they've done solo. I saw that they had a couple more on the marketplace that they had collaborated with other developers on. So I gotta say that the I haven't even bought it yet. The screenshots do not look great, honestly. They like this screenshot looks fine. It's just straight up from the hangar, like the preview image generator. But this does not look good. What is going on? I have no idea what's going on in this screenshot. We're gonna get it and look at it though, because it's got 4.0 out of 5 so far after just 3 reviews. Maybe that's their team reviewing it. Who knows? Conspiracy for sure. You never know when there's only a few. Can I try the Vision Jet? Oh yeah. I've flown the Vision Jet a bunch actually. Yeah. But I'm gonna focus on just trying new things from the marketplace today. But yeah, I like the Vision Jet a lot. The only downside of the Vision Jet is it's like the speed of a turboprop, and yeah, G3000's kind of annoying to use in my opinion. But I think it's a great plane. I really like the Vision Jet. I really like the Honda Jet. I think the Phenom 100 is as good as those two planes too. The Cockspur Phenom. It's really good. I think it deserves... I'm just going to give it a 5 right now because I think if I'm comparing it to the Comanche, I'd give it a 4, but I'm comparing it to the Vision Jet and the Honda Jet. I think it's really good. It's a good one. It's very pretty. It's got a working toilet. It's got good... Like, the model is great. The flaps work. It's got a G1000, so I'm kind of partial to it over the G3000 and the other two planes in the flight effects planes. But yeah, I think it's good. I wish the checklist was better. I don't know why. It seems like there's probably a design limitation. They didn't have enough space. They didn't know how to put in engine start in the checklist. And yeah, I mean, this thing is beautiful. Yeah, I love that it has a G1000. So yeah, I would fly this again. All right, we're going to install this Eurofoxy and check it out. Yeah, if I look up, so the developer of this one's called Heaven Design. So if I go back to the marketplace when it lets me, if we look up Heaven Designs, They have worked on a bunch of other things, a lot of scenery, but they've also, this Giba, see, they're collaborating on a bunch of them. So Global Hawk, Heaven Designs, and Giba, I guess that's another developer. 4.8 out of 5. Like, these are good ratings. This UAV drone, 4.3. They have a bunch of scenery. Like, look at the scenery updates. Or the scenery ratings, 4.9. They don't have many downloads, so who knows how authentic these ratings are. But, I mean, you know, assuming that these are mostly authentic, they're pretty high rated sceneries here. So it seems like this might be... And then there's this other one they made, 4.6 with 27. So it looks like this might be the first one they've made on their own. They're not naming another developer here. But anyway, we'll check it out. It's supposed to be a little piston light trainer kind of plane. The Euro Foxy. Let's go for the orange and black. Cruise speed, 93 knots. Max altitude. Yeah, it's just unpressurized, of course. Like just maxing out if you have supplementary oxygen, I guess. 500-mile range. All right, where do we want to fly? I know. Let's go get another scenery from the marketplace, and we'll look at another custom scenery that came out. I think BFI was one of them that came out, and yeah, we have BFI by Dr. Zawiski. I've never tried to say that name out loud. And then there's this one, Harrisburg by Zometry, and I think. Okay, Zometry also has very good reviews. So like I haven't downloaded any of their sceneries before. But look, this one's 4.9 and 4.5 for Victorville. So they did this one, Harrisburg. This looks like another large airport too. If I could fly any aircraft and own it, what would it be? Like assuming I have the skills to fly it. I think I would want something newer technology than like the Comanche. Like I wouldn't want a training airplane for myself. Man, that's a hard decision. I really, really like the M500, the Piper M500 turboprop. I think that thing is incredible in the sim. In real life, though, I'm trying to think what I would actually do. I love the Grand Caravan, but in real life, I don't think that I would be flying that around much. You know, like it takes like, what, a dozen passengers or, does it take like over a ton of cargo? It takes a lot. I don't think I would realistically fly that. I would want something I could take my friends in and fly very safely from one place to another. So I'd probably go for like, yeah, something with more technology, something newer. So like M500 is cool, but yeah, SR22 sounds pretty nice. Or even like a diamond, like a newer diamond. What was the newest diamond? Was it not the DA40NG? The newest one after that, so the DA50? Whatever the newest single engine diamond is, I would probably go for something like that. Because I know those, like the safety on those is really good. Because of their glider-like wing shape and stuff, like their longer wingspan. They're like way harder to stall. They're like a little safer because of the larger wing area. So I don't know. I think I would probably go for like a diamond, like a DA50 or DA40, something like that. SR22 sounds really nice too, though. Okay, let me find a new. So we could do. Let's see. Am I more likely to go to Boeing Field? What else is in the U.S.? We got Palm Springs already. We just looked at that. TBM 960. Is that the one with the Autoland system in it? Glass cockpit, Autoland. Harrisburg and Pennsylvania. I feel like we flew here when we did the cross the country thing. All right, this is a smaller developer, I think. I haven't seen this name as often, so we're going to buy this one and try it. Check it out. We'll fly out of Harrisburg, even if it's unrealistic. It's an international airport. We're in the little trainer, but that's fine. 2 birds, 1 stone. $17, kind of pricey. I don't know, I guess that's pretty normal for a lot of scenery, though, especially a larger airport. All right, finish that download. We'll check that out in the Euro Foxy. R66 is a heli from Cowan's good. Yeah, I tend to not fly helicopters, so I was not planning on downloading it. It's good for a beginner though. Do you guys think that helicopters are good enough in Microsoft Flight Simulator in general, or they're mostly unrealistic? Like, I think most people recommend flying one of the hype group ones, like the H160 or what is it, 145, 150. Those series, and I think those are supposed to be pretty good, but whenever I fly the default Microsoft Flight Sim ones, it's just like a crappy experience. And I think most of the time you guys say that those are just really bad. Like the default ones are like not good to fly. I also recognize my controls are probably not set up for it at all. How are the Just Flight Pipers? People love the Pipers. One thing I don't like about flying the Arrows are, I mean, if you want a steam gauge setup and a trainer, they're very good. One thing that annoys me about the layout of all of the Piper planes, like the Warrior and the Arrows, is where the RPM gauge is. I know it's a funny little nitpick, but here, while this is downloading, let me bring one up in the hangar. It is right next to the yoke, so you can't even look at it, and that just annoys me so much. So all of the Arrows, they're pretty much the same. The engine performance, their performance is just different as far as I know. But if you look if you look here, when the yoke is straight across, it's blocking. Like, it's so weird to me that the manifold pressure and the RPMs are down here. And the yoke, when the yoke is horizontal, it is blocking those out of your view, and the default camera angle is up here. So you do not see your engine info. You don't see your manifold pressure, and you don't see your RPMs. Like, these are so important to look at. And I can't believe that they're down here. Like, clearly they couldn't be put up here, but like the ADF has more priority than, I don't know. It's just so weird to me. I think it's just how the panel's designed, how the cockpit's designed. But I think you pretty much need to hide the yoke at all times so you can actually see your power settings. It's kind of weird. But I know besides that, people love these planes. People love all the Just Flight Piper stuff. I have them. I just don't fly them. I would rather fly the Comanche. It's slower than this, but especially the Turbo Arrow. But people do love these planes for sure. They love all the Just Flight planes. And I think all of them have the GTN 750 support, so you can use the GTN 750 in them, which is really nice. Imagine flying it in real life, you yoke, and your knee is blocking it. Yeah, I don't understand. I don't know. People must manage to fly them just fine in real life. I'm just surprised that it's located there. I feel like it'd be better off on the right seat side of the panel, so at least you can see it without looking down and turning your yoke 90 degrees. All right, so let's go to Harrisburg, KMDT. We'll check out this scenery real quick and just try this plane out. Gate 5, looks like there's some GA parking up. Freezing, hard freezing, and are we gonna crash? Are we gonna crash? Yep, we crashed. Yikes. All right, let me restart the sim. It closed. Hey, I didn't even check my landing rate there. All right, restarting Microsoft Flight Sim. I think this happens pretty often when you download new scenery and then you zoom in on the world map, it just crashes. So, not really surprised actually. Just takes practice, Jewel says. Have you flown them in real life or just in the sim, Jewel? Took me a while to be somewhat competent. Yeah, I feel like you just have to hide the yoke. I have no idea what it's like in real life where you can't hide the yoke. Sorry, Enon, I just saw this from earlier. Can't tell me anything about realism, but you have fun flying helicopters. Yeah. Greg said, what rudder pedals are good? Well, because the Charlies aren't going to come out anytime soon, I think we can kind of... I assume you guys saw the news from apparently one of the partners in Honeycomb took the money and ran or something. They didn't go into details on what they spent it on, but they just said, the pre-order money was spent elsewhere or something is what they said. If I recall correctly from the statement they sent out, that was 20 pages long. So I would look at, I think one of the most popular options is probably the MFG crosswinds. That's what I have. A very expensive option that people like is the, what is it, the TPR rudder pedals by Thrustmaster. They're like $700 US, something like that. That's a great way at getting sued. Yeah, I read through a bunch of it was like a series of 3 emails I got, and somebody put them together on Reddit. And the TLDR is basically like one of the business partners like took the money and did something else with it, or the money wasn't used where it was supposed to be used or something. But I didn't read the entire thing, but I read up to the part where they said the pre-order money was spent elsewhere, I think is what it said exactly. Here, let me find the Reddit thread. Long wall of text from Honeycomb. Yeah, so this is all of the Honeycomb emails clobbered together. It is a long read. Where is the part about the money? Investor. This is all on Reddit. Here, I'll just put the link in the chat if you guys want to read this later. But yeah, somebody had put this up. So this was sent a series of like 3 emails. It is very long. Is it in here somewhere? Salary payments. I think they use the word elsewhere. Yeah, there it is. So here we go. I find out that instead of paying for the components required to manufacture the product, all the money received for the Charlie pre-orders had gone elsewhere. Where? Had gone elsewhere. And I don't think they mentioned where the money went. Outstanding invoices. The rest of this is just talking about pre-order dates. They didn't receive payment for the Charlie production, or several thousand Alpha and Bravos that they manufactured that were sitting in their warehouse, and they never received the money for them. It's insane. It's like all the money that came in to pre-order these things had gone elsewhere, is what it says. Like that, what does that mean? It either means they don't know where it is, or they're not going to elaborate on where it went. Who knows? Most of my fish says most of my money goes elsewhere when my wife is off work. I was completely unaware exists. So there's a lot more here. I don't know that I didn't read the rest of it. I'm not sure that they wrote anything else. Being owed money. So they hyphenate pre-orders, so I can just look at that. Pay out of my own. Do everything in my power to ship the pre-orders. I might not be able to do so. So yeah, I think they said, yeah, call your credit card company to cancel before you cancel the order to make sure it'll be refunded. You will have to dispute charges with your credit card company to get a refund, because Shopify will not issue a refund. That's pretty crazy. I don't know why I can't go to the other mentions of pre-orders anymore. It's just not letting me. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't know what had gone elsewhere means, like into crypto, or who knows? They just took the money. Anyway, kind of crazy. I hope none of you guys were affected by it, but the Charlies were promising, like they looked promising. I used them in person at the end of at Flight Sim Expo in San Diego. What was that, 2 years ago? Coming up on in San Diego, I used them, pushed on them when I feel like they were great. They had a low profile, so they weren't sliding around on the carpet or anything, or the rug they had laid down. They were very nice. I was excited about them. I was actually going to consider replacing my crosswinds with them. So let's go to Harrisburg. All right, let's try this again. Hopefully we don't crash this time. Yunan says, I thought I remember seeing the factory invoices had very large extra charges and fees. Sound like some kind of corrupt collaboration. It's kind of weird. Sucks I was wanting them on tablet looking things they were working on. Oh, I didn't even see that. Nice pedals. Yeah, the crosswinds are very nice. So I think right now, I don't know if anybody else in chat has an opinion. I think the MFG crosswinds are very popular. They're like in the $300 US dollar range. I have mine. They're very nice. I wish that the toe braking pressure is pretty heavy in my opinion, even at the lightest setting. I wish it was a little easier to do toe braking, but they are very, very smooth. I've had mine for several years and they're great. And you can customize them with different pedals. Like I have the GA pedals on mine, which are shorter than the default ones, which make them a little harder to push at the same time because you don't get as much leverage. Anyway, let's try this Euro Foxy out. Heaven Airplanes. This is their, seems like their first totally solo plane they've developed without partnership of some sort. Is there a GA spot over here? So we'll see how this thing is. It looks pretty basic, but we'll check it out. Yeah, and then besides the crosswinds, the other ones are, is it the Thrustmaster? Is it TPR? Yeah, TPR rudder pedals. These are very expensive. They're like almost double the price. These things look absolutely incredible though. Let me bring these up so you guys can look at them. You guys have probably seen these before. If the Thrustmaster website would load. There we go. Yeah, so these are the TPR rudder pedals. These look like, these are probably very, very comfortable. It's got like this cool pendulum design. And I think a few people in the Discord and the chat have them and like them. But just the design of these things looks really cool. They are $600 though, US dollars. Crosswinds are I think like $350, something like that. If I had the money, I would probably try these. Probably get these instead. I like how they kind of float off the ground like that too. It's kind of neat, the pendulum look. I don't know if you need anything to hold them on the ground though. Like it looks like there's screw holes in the bottom so you can like mount them to like wood or the floor. Drill them into your concrete floor. Anyway, these things are really expensive though. They're like double the price. But yeah, it's an interesting design. It's pretty nice looking. I do like the vertical like layout too because all the other rudder pedals I've used, like the Logitechs and the Crosswinds, they take up a lot of floor space. But it's really because, you know, it needs the friction. All right. Oh, this thing has an EFB. The Euro Foxy Fireplace. Look out, parallel 42. All right, this is very low quality, obviously. It's kind of funny they added this. This is like very... All right. It's kind of cheap looking. It's kind of funny they added that. They're like, hey, we got some assets. Let's just throw this in. It's kind of fun. The plane looks pretty good, though. Yeah, this looks better. There's something with the screenshot where the screenshot made it look like a blur of red. It looks at least a little more detailed here. It's just very, very flat. Very flat textures. Like not, it doesn't look like there's a lot of like texture to it. It's just like a very flat, solid color. It's not bad or anything. The fire is kind of funny looking though. What else is in here? Tent. Oh, the fire is still disappearing. I can put a tent with a dog. It's kind of funny. They're doing like their own little like parallel 42 kind of thing with camp. What's it called? Camp out utility. They look like bike pedals. Yeah, yeah. We got cones, pedo, windshield cover, and I don't know what the action cam is. I guess we'll try the action cam once we're flying. Dog, cone. And then Yeah, we got the windshield cover, and it looks like the pitot tubes are on top of this thing up here. I don't know if this is based on an actual airplane or not. It didn't say so in the description. Okay, action. I don't know what action cam does. Maybe we'll find out. And it looks like that's all you can do. It just turn on these things. Can you hide this? I'm not sure if you can hide this. All right, do we have checklists? No. No checklists. All right. And we got a stick. Got some like cargo area in the back. Nice, you can open the doors. No storm window. Looks like just the doors open. Just open or closed on the doors. And we got little tiny comm radio and a little transponder here. Altitude, we got a Garmin G5. And we got our turn coordinator here, our slip indicator. This looks like airspeed and... I guess this is probably our RPMs in hundreds. All right, how do I get rid of this? I kind of need to get rid of it to even see all the labels over here. Is there like a hidden bolt or something we touch? Carb heating, brakes. Okay, brake switch works. And that's our throttle. Do we have a prop? All right, looks like it's fixed pitch prop then, so no prop. And is there a mixture? Is there a mixture control? I don't think it's down here. Is this just flaps? Okay, that's our flaps right there, that chrome handle. And then we just have our ailerons, all of our controls, braking. Toe brakes don't change anything. Nothing animates when I do toe braking. Probably because the parking brake is on. All right, let's close these. See if I can get this thing started up. This plane is $10. MCP says I have the crosswinds and love them. Yeah, I like the crosswinds. Yeah, I think it's probably a stretch to like want to spend almost double that for the TPR pedals. They do look really nice though. I just like the pendulum design. Maybe someday I'll upgrade, try them out. But the crosswinds are great. They just require quite a bit of toe pressure, but maybe that's realistic. Okay, yeah, I don't know how to hide this. I would love to hide the tablet. Looks like there's an invisible click spot here, but nothing happens. Yeah, just the whole screen is clickable. All right, avionics on. So it's basically our battery switch. We just turn this to avionics. Ignition on, engine and starter. I don't see a prop. I don't see a mixture or a... Yeah, I don't see mixture or prop controls. So looks like we only have a throttle. So let's turn ignition A and B on. Engine and then starter. Is there fuel cutoff somewhere? All right, looks like I'm missing fuel cutoff somewhere. It says boost pump on and off, but I can't click it. Fuel reserve and charge control. I don't know what that means. Oh, we have the checklist right here. Or it's just pre-flight. Okay. Pre-flight, fuel valves open, fuel tank selected, fuel quantity checked. Where are the fuel valves? GPS, USB, landing lights, and radio. Door. Trying to find it using the preset cameras, but they do not seem to look at it. Tucked away near the seat, maybe. Yeah. I was thinking it was down here, but these, I can't click these. Those are our flaps. Am I blind? Where is the fuel selection? I can't click anything down here. I thought you would click one of these to turn on fuel. Oh. No. This whole thing highlights. That's so weird. Use the top bar checklist thing. Top bar checklist to highlight it. Top bar. Oh, the checklist thing. Yeah, there. Unfortunately, I know what you mean. Yeah, there are no checklists. Unfortunately, I would love to. I don't know. Oh, what's this? We're definitely hunting now. There's something down here, but I don't think we're meant to look at that. Oh, there's another one over here. This is kind of confusing. I don't see anything. Just open the throttle. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, let's try the throttle. That's a good idea. Ignition's on. Boost pump shows here, but I can't do anything with it. All right, we'll just crack the throttle. Good call. No. Does not like me. Carb heating looks to be unusable. Landing light, strobe, radio, transponder, GPS, USB. So we can just turn those things on and off. I mean, it looks like this. Like, what else would this be? This looks like fuel lines, right? It's going towards the engine. I have no idea. It's going presumably up in here somewhere. I have no idea. I am either totally blind or there is no fuel selector. Started on the runway. Let's try Control E. Okay. Control E works. Fuel level. I gave it 100% before we went in. Alright, Control E works somehow magically. And all of the instruments are in the green instantly. Alright. That's kind of neat. You got a little digital readout here on your flight level. This is obviously made for flying outside of the US because it's looks like it's hard coded to QNH and flight levels. But it's got feet on the right side. So it must exist. Yeah, I guess. Unless it's like responding to the software command to open fuel or turn on all fuel tanks or something like that. This is like the opposite. It's like very, very quiet. It's probably, it thinks we're inside. That's why, I guess. Wait, is this another pitot tube on the bottom side? Does this thing have 3 pitot tubes? It looks like there's one here, here, and here. Triple protection. Yeah, I don't know. Ignition A, ignition B. So those are our magnetos, it seems like. And then we got a G5. Alright, well, let's fly this thing around. Taxi, landing, position lights. There we go. Is that somebody in a cub? Parking brake off. Oh, there we go. Now we're moving. What the heck? We were like in the ground or something. Very brave getting that close to the engine when you hopped outside. It's for science, you know? Sometimes you just gotta put it at risk for the benefit of everyone. These engines are very quiet compared to most engines. But there's just like very bassy. And it looks like we got a little like G3X style, G3X touch kind of thing in here. 3D vision, active flight plan, and a map. Yeah, this is like the baby G3X. Seen that in a couple planes recently. Alright, how many flap positions do we have? This is flaps 1. It's like 2 maybe? 3? 4? 5? Wow. Yeah, there's like 6 positions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, maybe 5. Alright, we're gonna go flaps for taxiway takeoff. What the? Why is it acting like I have the brakes on? Okay, we're moving. I don't know why it keeps getting stuck to the ground. Alright, well, we can take off very quickly. It's kind of weird. I don't know what's going on with the parking brake or what. Kilometers per hour is our speed here. Did we just go straight up to like almost our max green arc speed? Alright, does it have trim? Yes, okay. Physically, I don't think there's trim anywhere. But I can use electric pitch trim. Yeah, we're already max in our green arc and we still have our flaps mostly down. So I don't know how realistic the performance of this thing is. Perfect crop duster, yeah. The visibility is nice though. Like I love all the like, it's just like wide. You can just look out left and right, so that's nice. All right, let's get our flaps all the way up. We're at 200 kilometers per hour already. We're already at the top of our speed here, pretty much, almost getting to the top. Realize I didn't even take a look at the what's wrong with the prop. Oh yeah, there's something, yeah, I see what you're saying, that like these graphic glitches here. Yeah, like when you're looking at it from the, oh look, it's like, yeah, that is so weird. Yeah, there's something not quite animating right with it. Yeah, it's a little weird. Alright, let's fly back towards the airport. I realized I didn't even check out the airport scenery at all. Yeah, the prop animation is a little strange on this thing. It's very cartoonish almost, just like filled in black or white when it's spinning. All right, how slow can we go in this guy? Let's fly over the airport to get a nice little aerial view of the scenery. This is that payware one by Geometry, I think. It's like geometry, but with an X. Yeah, the engines are like extremely quiet. Need the music to fill the space. It's getting a little weird. Ask for a refund. I haven't refunded anything. It's okay, we're checking this out for science. That's the idea of the, I know it's Saturday, but the idea of the Thursday stream is I pay for stuff, so you either don't have to or you have to, based on how good it is. This is probably a you don't have to. Oh, nice. They did the water tower over here. That looks cool. Like that. Yeah, the engine, like, it feels... I don't know. It looks and feels very basic, of course. I think that's what we expected. Yeah, this prop animation is really distracting, especially over the water. Like, if you're flying like this, that is pretty distracting. I have frame generation off as well, so that's not like an artifact, I don't think. Hey, Randall, what's up? I mean, it's a nice little plane, but I think it's just like, why would you fly this over a Cub or something like that? Or like a Got Friends plane. I don't think we would. But it's cool they got like their first solo plane out into the marketplace. That's neat. I think the visibility inside is nice. I wish I could hide the EFB. I wish I could... You know, this is made for like a European audit or a non-US audience because like we have... I mean, we have kilometers per hour. I don't think this is based off a real plane either. It didn't say anything about it in the description. Everything's in, yeah. Everything's in metric. We have flight levels, we have meters per second, kilometers per hour, and RPMs. And I like that it has digital, like the digital gauges, the little digital screens on each one of these is pretty nice. It's kind of funny, there are no hands on this, there are no needles at all. Even though it has like an analog look, it's really just the digital info that works, so there's no hands. And same with down here, our vertical speed indicator, there's no actual hand pointing at anything, it's just the digital readout in the middle. That's a little weird. Why does what about our C and K exist if they both make the same sound? They don't make the same sound. So like the word cell, for example, is C-E-L-L. If it was K-E-L-L, you would say Kel. Cell, Kel. My name starts with a K, Kip, K-I-P. Kip, K-K-K. If it was a C, people would probably say sip, like an S. C and S are probably more similar than C and K. Yeah, I think this thing could use some work. I mean, it's cool. It's a cool little basic plane, I guess, but I don't know. For $10, I would 100% buy a Got Friends plane instead. It is a real plane. The American version is called the Freedom Fox. Is this supposed to be the Freedom Fox? This is Euro Foxy. Oh yeah, I guess it does look like the Freedom Fox, doesn't it? I've only flown the Freedom Fox like once. Yeah, I guess it is. Okay, yeah. Yeah, and the name gives it away, right? Eurofox. The Euro Foxy. I think the Freedom Fox might be a little more expensive. K is a more hardcore C. I mean, it's definitely a STOL plane, like, obviously, like... Here, let's just dump the flaps. All right, Yerbits and the Kit Fox. Look how slow this thing is going. So slow. Yeah, there's something messed up with it. Like, I have my feet off the brakes right now and it's not moving. Oh, there it goes. It's got some weirdness with when it actually starts moving. It kind of sticks to the ground longer than it should when you first try to start moving. You spell cat with a K as the heavy metal plays in the background? Yes. That would be an appropriate spelling, yep. Definitely more hardcore than a C. I don't know, this thing's cool. It's like, I feel like it should be like a $5 plane if it's trying to compete with the Freedom Fox or something. There's like, I think the Freedom Fox is it 15? I don't know, this thing's just very limited. You can't even find the, I can't find the fuel shut off and cut off. There's no prop or mixture control. It's just a throttle. There are no checklists. You can't hide the tablet. None of the analog gauges have, like, these two have hands on them, but there's no hand on this one or this one. So if you're zoomed out too far, like, and you can't read these numbers, it's kind of frustrating to use. You can see the hand over here, which is nice. Yeah, it seems like these need proper hands on them or something. These two do. I'm also zoomed out a little bit. Like, the default view is probably more like this. Can I pull the prop? Yeah, okay. The prop doesn't do anything. Oh, mixture does cut it off. Even though I don't see physically any kind of mixture control, I can cut the engines by pulling my mixture to 0. Oh, we'll see. I mean, it seems like people, it's got like 4 stars already, and people like the other planes that this developer's worked on. So maybe it is like a nice low cost alternative to the Freedom Fox, but I do like that it's tricycle gear. That's speaking my language. Isn't the Fox a tail dragger? And I don't see any physical trim control either, but electronic rudder trim, electronic elevator trim does work. Yeah, nice visibility for sure. Yeah, I mean, at $10, I don't know. I feel like I would take that $10 and invest it in Got-Friend stuff, or you know, or even just use the free Savage Cubs and stuff that Got-Friends have. Kit Fox's tail dragger, yeah. I'm more partial to tricycle gear because it's so much easier. More my style, but yeah. I don't know, I'm not a big stall guy, but I feel like I would give this like a 3 in the marketplace. Maybe even a 2 because there's so much, like, there's things that just don't look complete. Like, apparently you can pull the mixture to 0, but there's no mixture control, so I feel like it should have a mixer control and probably a prop. Though it makes it look like it's a fixed pitch prop. So in that case, I guess we wouldn't have a prop lever. And there's like this bug, like every time I get to 0 throttle or stopped, brakes are on. Actually, that's one thing, is when I hit the toe brakes, nothing animates. So I can't tell that I'm actually hitting them or verifying. You can see when I push left and right, when I'm applying toe brakes, nothing changes. When I let go of toe brakes and I give it full throttle, here's full throttle. Watch, we're not moving. It's kind of sticking to the ground in this weird way. I'm not touching anything right now. Hands are in the air, promise. Hands in the air, hands in the air. I'm not touching anything. No rudders, no nothing. It'll just start moving randomly. Come on, do it. That's what happened on the grass, at least. Okay, maybe not. Yeah, it's not moving at all. All right, let me touch my stick. I'm gonna move the stick around. Try to wake it up. It's just not moving. My brakes, I'm not touching my brakes. Parking brake is off. It's just like stuck to the ground. It's kind of weird. You have to like shake it into moving. Like the nose wheel's like in the ground. Come on, you can do it. Let's try our rudder. Come on, you can do it. Yeah, there's some bugs with this. Maybe I would give this a 2 or a 1 actually, because like, look, you can't even move. What's going on? This needs some bug fixes. Come on, move. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. You can see the parking brake is out too right here. How much is the Phenom? Phenom 100 is $27 US. 27 in the marketplace. It might be cheaper off the marketplace. What? What the? Oh no! What? How is that even possible? Does that mean that the wings aren't even modeled? How is this? I have no idea how this is even possible. I've never seen a plane's wing go into the ground. This makes me think the wings aren't even like physically in the world. This is very strange. Let's try to move again. Can't move. Parking brake off. Oh, the engine's dead, that's why. That was super weird. I'm upside down, yes. That is true. Engine quick start is not working. Yeah, the engine's dead now. Look, you can see the key turning when I hit engine quick start and it's not starting. Down to 1 star. Yeah, I would say this is a 1 star. I mean, how does the wing go into the ground? It must not like exist as far as the simulator is concerned, and that's kind of concerning. Normally the wing will touch the ground. Yeah, that's pretty weird. All right, yeah, I can't recommend this plane either. This is just too weird. Too many things don't work. If they fixed a couple bugs, like and the wings worked and I could start moving. But yeah, too many problems. Stop shaking my stick. Well, yeah, I don't know what the deal is. Anyway, yeah, the way it interacts with the ground and can't even start moving is really odd. I got it to start the first time. All right. RIP. I think we're done reviewing that. That's all I had on my list. All right, we looked at the Phenom today. We looked at Palm Springs. Oh, I didn't fly around and look at the rest of Harrisburg. We saw a little bit of it. That's fine. I think I'm gonna call it a day. Down to 1 star. All right. Let me. I should load back in and look at it. I did pay for it. We should check it out. Load in at a gate. I'll just do a quick fly around with the drone. Looked like they had like a pretty detailed water tower. So the Harrisburg one is actually more expensive than Palm Springs. The INIBUILDS Palm Springs one was $14.99. Harrisburg is $16.99. But the developer has good reviews on their other ones. Time to go spearfishing with my sisters. Nice. Thanks for the super chat again earlier. Appreciate that. Yeah, let me load in and just fly the drone around just for a minute here to take a look at the rest of the scenery. Didn't really give it a chance. All right, so this is Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Oh, did they do the whole parking lot? Oh yeah, oh nice. All right, this is the parking lot. Oh, I wish there were more. It's kind of weird there are no cars in this whole area. Is this not? Oh, these are our parking spots. I wonder why there are only cars on one side of it. It's got this cool like roundabout part. There's even signs there. Then we got the Fairfield Inn by Marriott. Oh, you can actually see. That's cool. It's got like little reflections in the window. You can kind of see like a TV and a sofa and stuff. Got some vehicle like emergency vehicle parking here, it looks like. Here's the main sign. Oh, that's cool. There's a sign on the outside of the hotel too. Backyard fresh. All right, airport sign, more cars. Fuel. Got the select medical hangar. It's kind of intense. What is that? I don't know what that's for. And this is probably like the most detailed area over here with the water tower. Got the fire station or emergency area. Do we have an interior of the tower? We do not. I assume this is, yeah, this is part of it. It's got HIA on the water tower. And they did these buildings over here too. Looks like maybe a FBO here. Av Fuel, Av Flight. I think we flew to Harrisburg on our way across the US. American Eagle hangar over here. Piedmont. More hangars. More fuel. And the location of this airport's really cool. Yeah, I think we landed here during our across the US thing. I'll add one more to the list of custom airport scenery in the library. I never really fly here though, so I think Palm Springs for me is the better choice. Like, I got both of them just to check them out. It's a Spirit of the Marketplace streams, I guess. But yeah, if you're flying in Pennsylvania, I don't know, maybe this is one you frequent more. Hey, we can check the main terminal. I'm guessing that the well, the lines are nice. All the paint on the ground looks good. Looks pretty detailed. It's even got the nose wheel markers. Can't read what they say really, but kind of a little bit. I see like I could barely make any of it out. I see some B's and A's, but I can't really make out all the numbers. This is all permanent ground stuff too, because I have actually no, I have ground vehicles on, but they would be moving. So all of these other ones are permanent, I think. And all the ground crew looks animated. It's kind of like the same 3 dudes everywhere. Palm Springs is really nice. Like I fly out of Palm Springs pretty often, so it's actually like a good realistic purchase for me. All right. Oh, there's even more over here. Wow. Okay. All right. There is a lot. There is a lot. There are a lot of buildings for sure. The whole FedEx center here. UPS. I can see kind of why this one was like $17 and the other one's like $15. It's just a lot of area. And it looks like they did this whole parking section over here too. And then looks like, I guess this is military stuff here. 193rd Special Operations Wing, Pennsylvania Air National Guard. So these are permanent down here too. Nice. Whenever you want to fly FedEx, oh, you fly from Oakland. Yeah, I fly in California all the time just because that's where I live. But oh, this is, I think the location of this airport's really cool. Like right along the water here, like it's neat. It's a cool spot. But yeah, I just won't find myself flying here that often. All right, guys. Happy Saturday. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day or night. And I will probably find something tomorrow morning or maybe late tonight to fly to on the group flight tomorrow. We'll get that going. Unless I have a bad night of sleep or something, we'll do the group flight tomorrow. So hope to see you guys then. We'll do it at noon just like we normally do, but on Sunday instead of today. So I'll see you guys then. Thanks again for the super chat, and Yuri, thanks again for the gifted membership to John. And I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. The Phenom 100 is pretty awesome. So yeah, I'd give the Phenom like a 4 or a 5. I think I gave it a 5. I could see it between 4 and 5, but yeah, I think it's a good contender for considering that. And the Vision Jet and the Honda Jet all in the same kind of class. And if you want something more than the Longitude or different than the Longitude. All right, guys. See you on Discord. And hopefully see you tomorrow. Have a good night. Later.